So after another short hiatus of missed sessions and schedules not matching up and 2020 basically being a dumpster fire, the crew returns, mostly full crew, returns to play some catch up and move the action along a little bit. In today's episode entitled That's Not a Euphemism, we have our crew engage in a little bit of, excuse me, a little bit of treasure hunting, a little bit of tussle, and a little bit of polygraph or polymorph targets. We hope you enjoy.
We're off to adventure to go roll the dice. Come seize your advantage and you'll roll them twice. Even if we lose our way, we'll make a journey someday. Something awaits you, so wake us away. Who knows what role you'll play? Who knows what role you'll play?
3, 2, 1, go. All right. Well, we have almost a full crew, soon to have a full crew for the first time in a long time. Yeah, 2020 is not our friend. But let us recap the last few sessions for Nexa and Noel. And for me, because I had no brain. Y'all got on your ship. Xylund are you still pupating, Xylund, or
I was going to, I figure I got back to the ship when I showed Lily my book, and then I was going to go work on engraving the glass on my helm.
Right. I do remember that.
Okay.
But when we left Greylock, you were pupating.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
no, that isn't a euphemism. It is a literal thing.
That is, he's pupating.
Yeah.
Xylund
so
is becoming the butterfly paladin.
Yes, when y'all left Greylock, Xylund was pupating into the butterfly paladin. You guys got onto the high seas and you spent a few days there before you immediately went right back to land. So your days of pirating were short. Very short. Pulling off back to the continent of Valkyria, you're now on the southern side to go to the Flannagan farm and meet with Kern's entire family, or at least the majority of Kern's family. Lily and Lana, you guys stayed on the boat for most of this. Lily, you now have access to a lab, of course, so we figured you would be moving in, touching everything. Don't die, please. We just got you back. But yeah, I figured you would just be, getting settled in, touching everything, focusing. You guys are
13, I think.
I was gonna say, aren't you still 13, or did I forget?
No, I don't think she leveled up. She was.
I've just been gone a while.
Okay. You say, if I lost my mind. No, everybody should be 13. You guys should all be same level at this point. They should all be 13. So Lily was doing her thing. Lana stayed on the boat as well. Everyone else went to shore, met with Kern's family. There was a little bit of family drama where you guys found out about Fenella, who caused a little bit of damage. There was a bit of a family fallout. Dad kind of caught the brunt of it. But in the end, he was restored back to his right mind. You guys got to explore a little bit. And yeah, it was actually really nice to connect with family Flannagan. Then you all went to a cave, a site of personal tragedy for Kern, and found some messaging anyway that led Xylund to believe that perhaps the cult of Lirinel, or a cult of Lirinel, had operated in that area, perhaps even being the same person that took Kern's younger brother's life. And that was the information that he took back to the ship, hoping that Lily could help him decode the messages in his book and what were on the walls with her amazing linguistic skills. Everyone else hung out at the farm. Hildreth was indoctrinating the younger Flannagans into his own personal monster hunting crew, teaching them necessary skills for life.
I tried my best. It didn't really work.
It didn't really help, no. Well, in the end, it was only one, the youngest, unfortunately, that was swayed. But, Hildreth did his best. He's a mentor at heart, and that's really where we left. Xylund is back on the ship with Lily and Lana. The rest of the group was sort of wrapping up, saying goodbye, and that's pretty much been it.
I think we're gonna stay and help for a day around the farm, so that
you guys were gonna spend some time.
Yeah, so that if Lily and Lana wanted to do anything here, like, go look at the actual paintings or like the actual carvings and stuff, or do anything else they could.
We'll actually pick up with Xylund, Lily, and Lana. We'll actually start with the with the ship. But yeah, everyone who was on the farm had pretty much decided they were going to hang out and just help around, and not in a big hurry to leave necessarily.
I imagine that when Xylund goes looking for Lily, he finds her in the workshop snoozing, like, over the workbench.
Like, so we decide, head down, clearly passed out.
Like, she hasn't left in however long
exactly
that we've had the ship. She hasn't even seen her room yet. She thinks that the workshop is her room.
This is where she lives now. Yeah, we pretty well decided that she's taken up residence in the lab. We'll go ahead and start on the ship. While we wait for Twinkie to get here and to let Nexanol get caught up. But yeah, Xylund, if you wanna.
All right, so I'd probably burst in, see Lily asleep, and be like, "Lily!"
Xylund, what are you doing here? I thought there was a thing with stuff.
So Xylund has obviously been on a bender. He's sweating profusely.
Oh,
High as hell. So he has a book in his hand. He starts waving it at you and babbling about something, a cave, messages, secret cults, Laranel, roses, and then shoves the book in your hands, and then rummages in his pack, shoves another book in your hands, and then goes over to his side of the lab and starts working on his helm while still talking to you over his shoulder, but you're not really picking up what he's saying.
Lily kind of mutters to herself under Xylund's diatribe and is just like, that may be the nicest he's ever been to me.
Kern's brother, also cult.
Lily, with her linguistic ability, is going to attempt to parse through Xylund's pupating language.
This is so fun to have no context for.
What do I roll for that?
Well, basically, you're just solving a cryptic is all you're doing.
Yeah.
So feel free to roll your intelligence. No advantage on this roll not because it's
because I have no context.
Yeah, you don't have a symbology context here like you did before.
All right, first roll in 3 sessions. Let's see how this goes.
Hey! Who needs advantage? So, yeah, the book that Xylund has given you is it's an odd combination of history book and prayer book. Most of it is written in common, but the language is obviously coded. The sections that are written in different languages. Let me look at your languages again. I think you can actually understand some of it. I think you really don't.
I think I only have. I think I still have one language I can pick up. I think I've picked all but one. But yeah, I have Infernal, Elvish, Primordial, Draconic, Gnomish, Celestial, and then, like I said, I still have a language I can pick up.
Jesus.
This is
Lily has
really.
Lily has a
Really
solid
handy.
foundation for a future as a diplomat, if only she can get her charisma up.
This is where
Just
Lily
give me a-
comes in. It's translating shit. Some of it is draconic. Most of the draconic words and phrases that you recognize seem to refer to places and people as opposed to concepts. They seem to be referring to mostly place names. There is also primordial written in here.
Oh, well, that came in
Mhm.
handy finally.
Yes, not a language you encounter often in this part of the world, but this book does have small traces of it. If you didn't recognize the language, it would just look like almost like ink blobs, where someone has been, sort of scratching the nib of their pen on the edge of a paper or on the edge of a page. But if you know how to read it, they're actually very, very cleverly hidden notes. So between the information from the book and the information that Xylund has brought to you from the cave, sort of a druid sign or a camp sign style drawings, noodling it out a little bit, you figure out that there is actually a small place of power, what this group considers a place of power. To the east, to the southeast of this location. You can actually get a sense of the landmarks. They call it Raven's Hook. Once you're able to sort of cut through the doublespeak. And they call it that because of the mountainous outcroppings that surround it. You're not entirely sure why they consider this place sacred, but they obviously find it very important. And there are several mentions of it.
Does it give an indication as to distance from here? Like, is it somewhere we'd be better off, like, sailing on our ship, or is it somewhere we'd be better off, like, taking a trip from the farm?
Oh, no, you'd have to sail there. It does indicate that it is an island.
Oh!
Mm-hmm.
Well, Lily wants to go there just to see what's so special about it, and also to fuck shit up, because she's been on a research bend.
What were you gonna say, Sid?
Southeast, right?
Yeah, yep, southeast, generally. Again, that's sort of Lily's downfall. She can translate it, but she doesn't know how to read sea charts. So she would actually require assistance from somebody who could navigate in order to give better coordinates, but there is enough information that you should be able to pinpoint, a much tighter circle as to where this island might be. And then again, there's the reason it's called Raven Hook is because of the large landmass and the mountainous cliffs in the center of the island that resemble a beaked raven. So it should be identifiable once you get close enough. And with a little assistance, Lily could definitely point you in the right direction based upon the information in the book.
So, is this island something that might have been found by someone else, or is it something, like, based off of her knowledge of history? Damn, that's a plus 10. Is that something that might have been found by someone else, or is this something that appears to be exclusively known by the people who made these writings?
Well, it's a little difficult to say. Most of the islands in the Sere Sea, where you guys are now, are unstable. Some of them, when the cataclysm happened, when Sundering happened, large portions of this continent, the southern part of this continent, were either broken apart or were completely submerged. So you do have the disappearing, reappearing island effect, where things kind of pop up where they shouldn't be, as well as large chunks of the original continent that have now been separated and pushed out to sea before finally finding purchase again. So it could have been an ancient place that was separated from Vakiri, or it could have been someplace that these people built specifically. It's very difficult to tell based upon just their notes.
Yeah. Lily is going to light a cigarette as she ponders and thinks and hums and haws. If Xylund is still babbling in the background, she's going to try and get his attention. Xylund!
He's still talking to himself.
He's gone, sis.
She's gonna ball up a piece of parchment and throw it at him.
Ah!
Xylund, was this everything from the cave you found?
Well, no, there was all kinds of stuff. I mean, the totality of the cave, there's lots of stuff in caves. There's like pebbles and you can't like expect me to carry the entire experience of a cave around with me. Like I have it in my head, but I can't take it out of my head and put it in your head, can I?
Well,
Or can I?
I probably could take it, but I was actually more referring to stuff like this. Human. Sorry, no, that's racist. Sapient beings. Stuff that they did and left behind and made.
I wrote down everything I saw that it seemed useful.
Wonderful. Last question, and I'll let you go back to pupating. Where's Kern?
He's back in the village.
Village? We're outside a village?
Yeah, it's that way. Or that way. Or that way. It's over there. I'll take you in the morning. I gotta finish this, okay?
Sure. Lana, do you know where this village is? Or that we were near a village?
I think I was told at some point that it existed. We could probably hop on the horse and find it.
Alrighty. Would you mind taking me? I feel a pressing need to speak with Kern.
Sure thing.
It is like the middle of the night.
Yeah, it's the middle of the night.
Oh, is
Yeah,
it?
yeah, it's
Lily
nighttime.
has no idea. There's no sunlight.
You
We don't
yeah,
know.
you have no idea. There's no windows in the lab. You have no concept of how long you've been there. You've been pupating in your own special way down in this lab.
Actually, since like the lab is like the captain quarters or like the meeting place or whatever, I think like the whole backside of it that has like glass on it
Is
open.
it?
Lily, use fabricate to conjure up blackout curtains because
There we
she
go.
needed the sunlight.
It might damage your reagents.
It might damage the reagents, but also after like the 25th hour, she realized that's a sunlight burnt, and so she covered it up.
So like side step. I work in a lab like all day as well, and this is the same thing that kind of happened when they were designing our building. They're like, "Oh, it'd be really nice to have like for the scientists like have windows in their labs." And then like we move in there, we're like, we can't have this like for safety reasons because we're dealing with like high power power lasers, and so we had to like get blackout curtains for everything.
Aww.
Yeah. So let's just say Lily used fabrication, a lot of fabric, and some metal, and just made blackout curtains because she didn't want
Okay.
sunlight. So she'll step out of the cabin and blink at the fact that there's still no light. Turn to her sister. Did someone turn the sun off when I was away?
Looks like it. Probably flick it back on in a couple of hours.
Ah, lovely.
Maybe you should sleep in the
hmm,
meantime.
that does sound actually quite enticing. I finally got the lab set up how I like it. Plus Xylund's in there. I don't want him to change things. And she'll turn around, go right back into the lab, and fall asleep on her workbench.
Okay.
Yes, as Sid pointed out, the in-game reason that the twins stayed on the boat, besides the fact that you couldn't get Lily out of her lab, was the boat is effectively left to its own devices. It's too big to actually dock itself at the little landing section that you guys were headed to, which is basically just a handful of cabins and a little baby dock. You guys paid the dock workers there to keep an eye on the boat, but you have no idea how
just dock
effective that's
workers?
going to be. Yeah, it's a little shady sort of sloop landing area, so you guys are effectively anchored off the coast and taking rowboats back and forth, or flying, whichever you prefer. But yes, that the end game reason was to have someone from the party be on the ship just in case.
Good to know.
Well, that's all Lily needs for the night, because even she knows that. Well, she's learned after being with a party for so long that waking someone up in the middle of the night to pester them usually doesn't end well for her getting whatever information she wants.
Xylund.
Silence having a moment. All right. So, Lana, are you turning in for the night as well? Is there anything you would like to do with your
Nothing to be
time?
done aside from make sure Xylund doesn't light himself on fire.
Oh no, he's fine.
No, he's not.
He's occupied.
This is
He's
true.
no worse than he was like 2 sessions ago.
I was gonna say, yeah, he's still high as a kite, but at least he's got clothes on now, which is,
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah,
Yeah, that was a
yeah. When you guys left,
Lily walked in on him.
He stood on the prow of the ship, nude.
In painted skin.
Yeah, painted.
I hate that.
If you think that's bad, Lily walked in on him in his workshop while he was naked and had to get Davynn to help her.
Yeah, he's been nude for a while. Yeah, he was originally nude in the Temple of Xana, where he began pupating. Davynn had to fish.
Can we clarify if this is a metaphor or not at this point?
Oh, this is literal.
No, this is literal. Well, no,
Yeah.
actually, no, it is a metaphysical pupation.
I'm
It
so
is.
confused.
The nudity is real. He got really hot in his workshop and took all his clothes off, painted himself up like a butterfly. Davynn had to go retrieve him because Lily opened the door too far and was traumatized. And then once he got on the ship, he stood on the prow of the ship, declared he was pupating, and stood there in all his butterfly glory as you all cast off the harbor.
I want you to know that this clarified nothing.
It's
Xylund-
happened.
Xylund finally found a new god.
I Paladin of Xana during a very bad drug trip in which butterflies were a theme.
Yes. Yeah, he
Did that help?
he seems
Sort
to be
of.
having a change of
There is an
heart.
adventure log.
There is.
Okay.
There
That
is.
describes his thought process.
Yes,
You know what?
There's
The
Don't
elemental
tell me
plane of-
anymore.
The elemental plane of love makes a return.
It does. Yeah, so Xylund's been going through some changes. But yeah, he at least is wearing clothes right now, which is, step in the right direction.
Yeah.
So if
feel like
you're
if he-
comfortable, Lana.
I feel like if,
Well, he's wearing clothes now, isn't he?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah, he put on
For
clothes
the
to go
moment.
visit the farm.
No
Yeah, for the
indication
moment.
of what the future will hold.
Time to glue those to him.
I feel like if at any point Xylund is ever naked in the ship workshop or has been, and Lily's obviously in there. She's always in there. She probably just like conjured up some fucking extra fabric and just threw it over him.
So far, he has not been naked in the workshop that I'm
Well,
aware.
so after he calmed down.
So
after
wait,
that
we can't
first
have
time,
windows, but we can have an entire naked paladin.
He hasn't been naked for a long time. He calmed down. He came down from his drug trip, and he's been acting relatively normally since then. Until
Until he got high again.
he got
I
high.
feel the need to point out how indignantly you're defending the state. He hasn't been naked long time.
And like
It's been almost like a
3
week.
days.
Like a couple days,
Days since Xylund nudity incident.
Yeah, exactly. Days since Island stripped nude. 3. I'm gonna have to reset that on occasion, I think. All right. So Lana, you're just taking your day to relax on the ship then. Is that correct? Nothing you'd like to do or anything?
I think
We
we're
do
just
have a
waiting
big-
out the night. aren't we?
You're good? All right.
I have no idea what those two just said. I heard Pegasus, and that was about it.
So we do have a Pegasus roost for you on the front of the ship.
Yes. Yes, there's a Pegasus roost.
Where Xylund stood nude.
Yes.
We'll never use it again. Okay.
All right. So we'll go ahead. We'll pass time on the ship. until dawn. Again, the other crew spending their time at the Flannagan farm. And pick up back on the ship at daytime. Hopefully you all have gotten some sleep. Xylund?
No, Xylund didn't sleep. He's been working.
Okay. All right.
Okay, that's fine.
Lily,
get up.
Lily uses one of her contraptions that everybody thinks is alchemical in nature, but really is just a super fancy coffee maker. Pours herself a hot, steaming cup of, espresso, just black. It's the only thing that works these days. And she's just kind of clutching it and is like, right, so...
You look alive
Kern.
and awake.
I feel like some sort of undead creature shambling about.
Mm-hmm.
You look well, sister.
I slept
I don't
on a semi-regular basis.
That's the
It
thing
helps.
that people do.
Mm-hmm.
Plebeians. All right, let me just gather my notes and
Hold on. Excuse me. Did you just call us plebeians for sleeping? Oh, no, here. This is Lily. She's so much better than all of us because she can go without sleep forever.
Davynn just shoots up in his bed, starts screaming that apparently. So she's clutching her mug like a lifeline, looks at Lana, starts gathering her notes. Right, so how are we getting there?
Pegasus.
Oh, lovely. I don't think I've...
Unless you want... Oh. Yeah, let's fix that. Also, I don't want to try having Xylund lead us to the town right now. We'll probably just walk out into the sea.
Looks at Xylund, who's still going full steam. Huh. Well, he's still going. Good for him.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh no, I'll come with you.
Xylund,
Hey, look
is
what
it
I've...
alright if we leave you here with the
did.
ship?
And he'll get up and he'll show you his helm. He's engraved this butterfly shape onto the tinted visor of the helm, so that when he puts it on, his little sort of silvery, glowy eyes that you can barely make out behind the visor, they sort of occupy the space where the wings are, so it looks like little dots on the wings of this engraved butterfly on the
How do you
visor.
even see through this thing at this point?
I had magic eyes. You were there when I got them.
I didn't know they saw through Helm.
Well, I don't know. It's a magic helm.
I'm going to, in my still half asleep state, taking him very, very seriously, inspect the helm. Can I determine the quality of its craftsmanship through this inspection?
I mean, you don't have any experience building anything, but it looks like it doesn't look like shoddy workmanship at all. It's actually quite pretty. It's something that you would expect to see for a very high dollar in a finer shop or in a bazaar.
That's really all I was looking for.
Yeah.
Like, did it look like crap somebody drugged out of their mind made, or did it look like something a savant genius would make?
No, you would definitely expect this to be sold by a master craftsman, or for, again, like I said, for a very high dollar amount in a bazaar.
That's actually quite impressive, Xylund. Have you ever thought about making things for market consumption?
For who?
For the market, sell things so that people buy them. Then
I don't have time for that. We're saving the world. Probably.
I do wonder sometimes.
Last time I was awake, we ran into issues with tax fraud, from what I recall.
Yeah,
Which may interfere with saving the world.
That
it's
was
paid
that.
off, I believe.
However, I do believe we could use more funds in the saving the world business. It's up to you. Can everybody be carried on the Pegasus, Lana?
No. I got a Snowfunk's changed. He's New Funks now, but he has wings. They don't work yet, but we're working on it.
New funks?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Why do I keep hearing Davynn's voice?
I don't know, I'm hearing it too. We're probably getting mine stir crazy.
horse. I'm not familiar with that term, but sure. Right, shall we head off then? I have my notes, I have my coffee. I can't bring this with me, can I? Starts chugging coffee. I'm ready.
Alright,
There you are.
we got 2 horses. Let's get out of here.
If Xylund's horse's wings don't work,
Nope.
No, they
how
don't.
is he gonna make it on his horse?
He
You gotta
doesn't.
leave.
Is
I'm
he
gonna have to get to the shore and then summon
Clap
my
your
way from
hands.
there.
You gotta believe. You don't believe
I assume you have
me,
some kind
you
of
will.
rowboat for getting to and from
Yes.
the shore. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, that was how you got here.
Yeah. So I'll just row to the shore and then summon new funks.
Well,
Alright.
Lana has had this Pegasus for
Biscuit
forever, and it feels like everybody but Lily's gotten a ride, so Lily's gonna take the Pegasus.
All right. So Lily and Lana light upon the Pegasus. Xylund, you row yourself to shore. You will, of course, have to summon new funks.
Okay.
when you
Biscuit too.
arrive.
No.
Now, Lily and Lana, are you staying close to Xylund, or are you just going to zip ahead and do your own thing? Because you're obviously going to move faster than he will.
We probably shouldn't leave him behind, should we?
I mean, he is a paladin of somebody. I'm sure he can take care of himself.
And I trust the horse to get him to the town.
Oh, that is a mistake.
Yeah, you haven't met the horse.
Oh, no! Does Biscuit 2 have attitude?
Nah, I'm pretty sure the horse is also stoned out of its mind.
Oh my gosh.
As a
What happened
as a
while I
product
was
of my own
gone?
imagination. Also, those wings, are they even functional? I mean, capable of being functional?
I'll let you describe the horse swings.
Are you going to summon? Are you summoning?
Yeah, I'll summon.
Okay.
no.
Are they butterfly wings?
All right. So Xylund summons new funks. Now, I did use a picture last time of a Dapple Dappaloosa, which I'm not sure if I have on this computer or not. But it's basically a spotted, kind of spotted horse with a stripe type mane. Except rather than the old grays and silvers of Snowfunks, this is a much brightly colored, iridescent style to.
Oh, and we're gonna get in trouble for my horse.
This time, he does have wings. They're better wings. The last time that you saw him, his wings were sort of small and kind of lopsided, like they had shifted a little. But he's clearly been working on them.
Oh, nice.
They are much larger. They are butterfly wings. They're really like deep blue butterfly wings. His mane and tail have become longer and softer, very My Little Pony, with a sort of light blue opalescent sheen to them. And towards the butt, the dots that make up his coat actually become little butterflies the closer it gets to his butt.
So what you're telling me is
we're
that
gonna get-
Xylund rides My Little Pony.
Basically.
Thank you. I hate it.
So, new books
Looking at the horse,
being.
Lily is going to look back at Lana and be like, "Are you sure?"
No. Also, I don't think we should bring that where people can see it.
I mean, are you going to tell Xylund he can't bring his horse into town?
I will do so from a safe distance.
No, you misunderstand. It's not that I think he'll react violently. Do you think he will listen?
No, not at all, but at least I can say we tried.
Oh, well, all right.
Can that horse walk?
Probably. Maybe. Who knows? However,
Are you praising Newfunks for his wings?
Yeah, Xylund is super impressed. He's like touching the wings and like going, wow.
Newfunks is very excited. He keeps jumping up a little bit. He's not full rear, but clearly jazzed and kind of dances and prances a little bit.
Do they
Do you
work?
like them? Well, so far, no, but I've been
Practice.
watching the butterflies. I've been practicing. I jumped over the river,
Oh my god.
and the
Tux.
second time, I didn't even get my feet wet.
Huzzah!
It was amazing.
Yeah, we're just gonna have to keep practicing.
I will keep practicing, but I like the way these look.
They're good. They're good.
I think so.
I mean, it'd be cool if they had like sharp edges that you could
Oh my
make-
god!
go out to the sides, and then we could side through our enemies type of deal. But maybe, I mean, that's not. It's not like you could learn that from nature, not from looking at butterflies. Maybe I'll draw you a picture to show what I mean.
Okay. That seems a little aggressive.
Well, yeah.
So we want aggressive, and then he does the horn thing
Oh,
where he
no.
calls forth the iridescent unicorn horn, and now that's on.
Oh my god.
Yeah, keep the horn.
Keep the horn. Are we fighting enemies? Is that
No,
where
no,
we're
I'm
going?
just saying, like, it's not so much. I mean, we might not ever use the wings if we manage to get edges on them. It's just to, scare people
Why would we want to scare people?
so that they don't fuck with Xana. Or us.
Or us?
but mostly Xana.
I won't let anyone hurt you. Where are we going anyway?
Back to the village.
Oh, okay.
This is Lily and Lana.
I remember.
Okay.
Hi, Biscuit too.
You get a head shake and a mane shake. It's so good to see you two. I've missed you. It's been a long time.
I vaguely remember.
So we can understand the horse.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
It's good to see you as well. Newfunks, was it? I vaguely remember meeting you, and consider that a high compliment.
Okay. Gets a little head tilt.
Anyways, Lana, I think we were heading to the village. I prefer to speak with Kern sooner rather than later.
Yeah. Xylund, are you gonna put your horse away before we go into this village?
No.
Have they seen this horse before?
Well, not as such, but
Hmm.
it'll be fine. Look,
I don't think that's gonna be fine.
you're stuck in the past. That's the old way of thinking. That's shame-based thinking. We're not about that anymore. We're about, fucking
Are you just
riding
gonna
in
do it
on
at
our
matches?
butterfly horses and goring people who don't like it. That's
Getting
right.
emphatic agreement from Newfunks over.
No goring.
So, you're emphatically jumping on Davynn's whole new idea, yes?
What's his whole new idea?
One where he wants to change perceptions of magic and whatnot, so that people
That was
don't-
my idea first. Davynn
Alright.
stole that idea from me.
And Davynn is emphatically jumping on your whole new thing. Lovely.
On second
keep
thought,
going.
Lily, let's go ahead.
Well, you're the one driving this boat.
I
horse.
will accelerate the horse.
All right. Are you actively flying or are you just riding?
I mean, fuck it. If that thing's following us, we can't make it much worse.
Okay.
Lana has, Lily. Damn, twins. Even I get them confused. Lily has decided that she's done with people's shenanigans. They can do what they like as long as, everything works out in the end. Whatever.
What if
Also-
it's-
She might have a bit of contact high from Xylund in the workshop all night. Who knows? She's feeling pretty good about today.
Okay. Well, that's always a good way to start the day. I'm sure that won't go wrong at any point.
Nope. Nope,
Yeah,
not at all.
there definitely wasn't a riot in this town caused by just the thought that somebody magical was in it.
Definitely not.
My horse is divine magical. It's safe magic.
Mine
mean,
passes for
technically-
divine magic much better than yours does, I have to say.
So, Lily and Lana are flying into, and again, this is not a heavily populated area. Once you get away from sort of the little shanty town that surrounds the sloop dock, it's effectively like one main road that leads you into a collection of farmhouses, is really the best way to put it. You can see there is a fairly substantial farm on the south side. Quite a few fields and houses, definitely established. And just beyond it, judging by the collection of smoke and chimneys, there is some sort of settlement beyond before immediately the trees begin to crowd in again, and it goes into fairly wide expanses of alternating clumps of trees and plowed fields. This place is fairly isolated.
Alright, let's land the horse and walk it in.
All
Wait,
right.
is that Kern over there? Why don't we just land by him?
Oh, yeah, I see this sort of red flag of hair.
Which is a
There's also-
misnomer on this could be an actual red herring, joke, in this area because they all have red hair.
Yeah, but they don't have sparkles.
They don't
That is
have
a
the
very-
Fabio hair.
That is a very obvious Kern effect, and it's very easily visible from a distance.
Fabio hair is definitely noticeable, but the entire clan is redheaded.
Sure. No, that's the wrong one, Lana. No sparkles.
Shit, fuck.
More to the left. More to the
Gonna
left.
bank the horse.
So are you actually landing in the middle of the farm then? Right
We'll
next
land
to
a little
Kern?
ways out.
Okay. You land just
Walk the
outside
horse.
and walk in. All right. So again, the farmstead is fairly sizable, and there are quite a few people hopping around, even this early in the morning. General chores going on. They don't pay a whole lot of attention to you as you hit the outskirts, either because they haven't seen you, or they're just simply absorbed in their work. But you do hear at least the voices of Kern and I assume Davynn and Hildreth to an extent, as there are quite a few children, little and slightly older, and this
All of them
place
are
is a bit of
redheads.
a hustle bustle. They're all redheads, every single one of them.
Lily mutters under her breath to Lana, "Oh dear, nobody told me the little
Yep.
monster would be here."
Yeah.
You mean the children?
Monsters.
Children.
You know, it occurs to me that children is just another way to say little monsters.
Okay.
Lily is not a fan of children, by the way.
I didn't notice
This
it.
is the wrong place to be.
How is that racist?
Children are a race.
Yes,
She hates
Lana.
all children. She's gonna like skirt a.
I imagine they would, but they are also farm folk, so I imagine they would have one of those like constant base stands going on. So they may burn once and then get it over with. At least that's what my family
sunburned.
does.
Yeah.
Just constantly
And then
sunburned.
they're just tan for the rest of the year.
No, I'm like Scandinavian. When I used to work outside like all the time, like in Florida, like I'd never wear sunscreen because I just had a base tan.
Yeah, my family's all Irish, and it's the same thing. You get one good burn the first time the sun comes out, then you're good. You're done.
Lily is going to give all children a very wide berth, like skirting.
Oh,
At
good
least-
luck with that. Good luck.
Yeah. Well, in this case, most of the family does give you some space. There is one little one that, however, seems to be endlessly fascinated and approaches you with a switch in his hand, as in the type you cut from a tree, not the type from Nintendo. And
Good clarification.
yes, just in case anyone was confused.
Are you confirming the existence of Nintendo in your world, Yuri?
No, that's why I said it, so that there would be no. I don't want that coming back later and said, "Hey, you said there were switches in Iyith," and then I have to re-clarify. No,
Lily's got a GameCube now.
Listen, GameCubes are the best.
GameCubes exist in Iyith, not Switches, just GameCubes.
That's
Yeah,
the reason why
GameCube, yes. Switches, no.
That's the reason why Lily has one, because she only gets the superior technology.
Right. If I can't play Magical Melody, I don't want any part of it. But anyway, yes, a little redheaded one. He's not super old, you know. He's definitely sub 10 years old, but he does have a switch in his hand, and he has adopted a somewhat swordsman-like posture. At first, he starts running full tilt in your general direction. But as he gets closer to the two of you, he kind of slows down and starts to get more hesitant in his approach, never putting his stick down, though, in a constant defensive position. Very on guard posture. And after a while, the closer he gets to you, the more he starts glancing over his shoulder like he's awaiting backup.
I think at this point, I probably see them coming in.
I would imagine, yeah. Would you see one of your little brothers take off at high speed towards the edge of the farm, yelling monsters? That would probably be an indication that you have visitors.
You have Hildreth to thank for that.
Yeah, that's
You
Hildreth's
see-
fault.
Oh dear.
So,
see
as
Lily-
this little kid is taking off, you see Davynn running behind him, having a surprisingly difficult time catching up to a toddler.
Yeah, he's booking it.
And as the little kid arrives, Davynn's gonna try to pick him up and be like, "Okay, not a monster. We need to talk about racial sensitivity."
I imagine if Hildreth were there, he would be nodding and smiling approvingly. So we'll just have that.
Lily mutters.
I'll say what Hildreth would probably say.
What?
Real monsters are the ones that you don't even expect half the time.
Yeah, that's a good Hildreth. Okay. Yeah.
Lily mutters to Lana, just kind of completely missing the situation there. It's just like, see what I mean? They even call themselves monsters. Calling for backup, most likely. Smug as all can be, but also just little bit of distaste that she's trying to keep hidden as she backs away from the Davynn little monster combo. Sees Kern approaching.
It's okay, Jameson. It's okay. They're friends. They're friends.
Kern.
Yeah.
That's what Hildreth said monsters look like.
Don't listen to Hildreth that much.
Wow.
That much. They're friends. They're friends. They were on our ship. They were looking after our ship for a bit, and I guess they wanted to come and see you.
Oh, who'd we lose?
No,
That's
I
Noel.
think.
That's Noel.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the Appaloosa.
Does Lily overhear Kern saying they wanted to come and see you?
Oh yeah, I mean, I imagine you guys are kind of all standing in a clump there.
Yeah.
Yay!
Lily-
Yeah, I imagine you're all there.
Frantically waving her hand, shaking her head, and mouthing no to Kern.
Kern is also dripping in sweat and shirtless and stuff.
Yeah, very Fabio.
Oh, dear.
Working in the fields. So because of that, we'll have Xylund have caught up at this point. 'Cause I'm sure
Oh
everyone
no.
with Fabio Kern as he rides up on his My Little Pony magical girl, sparkly unicorn horse. Because that'll be fine. So
gosh.
as you approach Xylund, you see a little cluster of your party mates. Yeah, exactly. Jameson, who is squirming slightly in Davynn's arms, stick at the ready. Hildreth approving of his young charge. Kern trying to keep the peace. And the Tiefling twins sort of on the other side.
All right, I'll ride up and I'll light some more blood moss just to keep
Xylund, turn my brother away.
keep myself from getting too self-conscious.
Keep the party going.
How long have you been on blood moss?
I've been smoking. Well, I wasn't smoking all night because I was working, but I picked it up again in the morning. I've been
You
trying to
haven't
stave off.
slept?
No, I haven't slept.
Well, you need to do a Constitution save.
All right.
Oh.
Let me write that down.
I'd like to also note that it's not a good idea to ride Pegasi or other vehicles while high and also tired.
And
Well, thankfully,
also
this
trying
one
to light
drives
your food
itself.
pipe while you're riding.
That's-
So yeah.
That's why Lily had a designated driver, because she was tired and hyped up on coffee, and also probably contact.
All right. Write that down. That's going to be ugly. Okay. So, Xylund. Yes, you come upon your group. You light more blood moss. Now that you're all together, what would you like to do?
Lovely. Gang's
Any
all there.
reactions of note to the psychedelic horse?
Well, the only member of the family, obviously other than Kern, that has approached you has been Jameson. So the others, like I said, they either haven't seen you or they've chosen not to approach you.
They've chosen not to see you.
That could be another possibility.
I'll say to Jameson, "Hey kid, watch this," and I'll try to blow a smoke ring.
No,
So
no, no.
You're blowing drugs in the general direction of the child?
I will
Yeah.
take this child away from all the bad influences. And
Xylund,
say,
stop,
okay,
no.
we're going to go over here and we're going to talk a little bit about the different
Moderation.
species of the world.
Wait, that wasn't a very good one. Watch, kid, watch. I'll try again.
No, stop.
Covering his eyes.
Alright,
Don't
Kern
repress me.
literally came over here to talk to you, and now this is going on. So, can I borrow you? And a table.
Sure.
Can I borrow
Do you-
you and a table?
No offense, but can it wait till lunch? We're kind of in the middle of laying new seed down. You can show you to the house, and you can get like comfortable, get something to eat. I kind of promised over lunch I can help out if you want.
Oh, Lily, I forgot to tell you his brother was probably killed by this cult, so you want to be a little bit sensitive when talking about it.
I give Xylund just the dirtiest look since Kid Jameson is still in earshot.
Oh yeah,
He's
sorry,
not far away.
I'm high. Don't listen to me.
Lily just blinks at the pair of them before shrugging and being like, that's acceptable, yes. Right, and also... What? Sure. Let's go.
I'll talk to you a little bit about. Also, if you want, Xylund may know the location of the cave we went to yesterday. If you want to check around there to see if there was anything he might have missed in his
We'll do that. I suspect
Elevated.
he missed a lot.
elevated state.
How far away is it, and would I be back by lunchtime?
Oh yeah, it's not too far away. It's still in town.
I'll bring the
Probably
horse.
like a mile up the road or something.
Well, as long as you're sure we can be back by lunchtime, I really don't want to miss this.
Absolutely, and it'll give me time to go tell Ma that we'll be having 2 more people for lunch.
Lana, are you hungry, or can we go now? As Lily's stomach
Let's go.
growls. As
No.
Lily's stomach growls loudly, but she ignores it.
You sure you don't want to get something first?
I'm fine. This cave with paintings and writings and stuff, and I'm sure Xylund probably got most of it, but there might be something.
All right, let's go.
Give the-
I just kind of want to get our like high intelligence characters in there because, like I said, Xylund did roll a 10 on his investigation in there. Not saying that I don't trust Xylund to have picked up.
No, that's reasonable.
Yeah.
Lily and I'll go check it. What do you want me to do with him? And I'm just gonna jab a thumb over the shoulder at Xylund.
Okay, so full disclosure.
Do you want me to sober him up?
Just, I think that'll make things worse. Probably. Just
Oh no.
watch him. Oh, by the way, in this particular town, these people are very, very superstitious. Extremely superstitious.
We brought a blue horse.
I see that. I'll try to spin this the best way I can.
It's a blue horse with wings, and it talks.
Just say that the blue bit is paint because Xylund is eccentric. The wings are fake
The horse
fabrication.
talks, Lily.
And the talking is all in their imagination.
Good luck, Kern.
I'll figure something out.
Say Xylund is a talented ventriloquist who missed his calling.
I'll think of something.
Good. Okay. I'm gonna pat Kern on the shoulder.
I need to go lift more heavy things and put him back down.
Oh, Kern, by the way, do you have coffee at your house? Asking for a friend.
I
She
give her like
says,
I give her
twitching.
I give her a look up and down. I'm like, yes, we have coffee, Lily.
You are simply divine. We'll be back.
All right.
Knowing
Okay.
the fact that they have no idea.
Apparently, I
what
missed the gang gets addicted session.
Lily's always been addicted to coffee. She just hit it before, and now she just doesn't care anymore.
All right. So the twins are headed off to the cave. Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
With Xylund, maybe.
With Xylund?
We're
Okay.
taking Xylund?
Well, I mean,
Xylund
Xylund's
said he
the
was
one that
coming
knows.
along.
Alright.
Just
Unless
throw
Xylund
you
doesn't
to the
wanna go
cave,
there.
yeah.
Unless Xylund wants to continue corrupting my siblings.
All right, we'll take him off your hands, Kern.
All right. So you three head off. Xylund, you don't really. I mean, I'll give you an intelligence check if you want it, but I would be hard pressed to imagine you would remember where the cave is.
I was sober when we went to the cave.
Yeah, but you smoked a lot of drugs between then and now. I mean, I'll give you the roll. I'm happy to give you the roll if you want to take it.
I love the way you said that here.
Oh.
How about I roll with disadvantage?
I was just gonna give you the straight roll because you're right. You were sober on your way there.
I'll take disadvantage.
Well,
That's not bad.
No, that's not bad at all. So we'll say that eventually, with a little assistance, as you get closer from New Funks, because you summoned him directly outside the cave, so he kind of has an
Skitoo.
idea. Skitoo has an idea of where it is, not necessarily in relation to the farm, but as you get closer, he recognizes landmarks too. So between the two of you, you're able to make your way there safely. The cave itself is pretty secluded. It obviously hasn't been used extensively for a long time. As mentioned before, it looks like it's one of those places that kids frequent. There's little bits of trash and sort of remnants of maybe pretend time here and there, but overall it's pretty well isolated and unused.
As Xylund is guiding them, and Lily is riding behind Lana on Le Pegasi, she is just gonna, have a small bit of conversation. Just, by the way, thanks for sticking around the last few days. feels like we haven't gotten to spend much time together lately. What with me being busy doing things and you and Davynn doing things and Greylock being Greylock.
Too busy saving the world.
I'm still not sure that's what we're doing.
I wasn't when we were in Greylock, and I'm especially not sure now.
But it's still we have stuff that we're doing. It's diverting at least.
Yeah. Well, it's back to business now.
Does it need to
and
be?
babysitting with a pointed glance at Xylund.
Do we have to?
Have to what?
I don't know. Any of it. Ignore me. I'm introspecting.
Don't technically have to. But I couldn't walk away at this point, so...
Yeah, I wonder what it says about our mental state that we technically don't have to, and yet we're still here.
Maybe that we have the unfortunate effect of being attached to our friends. Some BS like that. Remotely caring about the clan of redheads connected to our local supermodel.
Well, I can't say I care about the clan of redheads, but I do like Kern.
You can't call them monsters, Lily.
Just kind of pointed silence. You know, you're acting like this is surprising to you.
It's not at all. I'm just saying, maybe try to, if you can't learn their names, to just call them kids.
Well,
I don't think Kern's parents have done anything to wrong us yet.
I wouldn't call his parents monsters.
No, but we're not going to be on good terms with them if you call their kids monsters.
Well, for you, I guess. I can restrain my perfectly natural and reasonable impulses.
Thanks, Lily. I will say, it's pretty nice to be back on the horse. I don't like being in the ship too long.
Honestly, most of the time I'm barely cognizant of the fact that we're on a ship.
I'm gonna start dragging you out of there a little more. Just, 20 minutes of sunlight, a reminder to take a nap, maybe eat. Have you had anything other than coffee and contact highs for the last 2 days or so?
Lily's stomach gives a very punctuated growl.
I'm going to pass her a ration.
Lily quietly devours it behind her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Xylund ahead.
Yeah, Xylund is he's leading his own little musical review.
Meanwhile,
But a heart when you take me by the hand.
Say what you will about talking psychedelic butterfly horses, but at least Newfunks knows where it's going.
Oh, Newfunks is also singing along.
oh no.
We'll totally sing along.
Clop, 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 clop.
Yeah, after a while, they start doing the little rhythm with his hose as they go along.
So Lily, just jog my memory a little bit here, right? How long ago was it where you were telling me, oh no, don't use magic to jump off the bleachers, that'll look too suspicious, we'll get lynched? What happened between then, which was like a week ago, and now, where we have a psychedelic dancing talking horse?
I have come to realize that nothing matters, and everything that everyone else does has nothing to do with me. And it's Xylund.
Cheers to
Really
that,
the
Lily.
last point. Really the last point. It's...
Also, You know, I'm not sure that anything is real anymore.
How high are you in this moment, Lily?
Excuse me.
How much weed did you smoke?
I smoked none. Excuse me, it dulls my brain.
Sorry, not weed. Blood moss, whatever he's on.
Regardless, I am very selective about my choice of drugs. Nicotine and caffeine are my vices. Thank you very much. Although Xylund was smoking a bit when he came in. Regardless, doesn't matter. No, it's... Isn't it odd, do you think, how often we've heard and experienced actual discrimination and hatred due to magic? Yet ever since we joined this group, like, we do it all the time. No one even says anything. Usually.
Well, not to our faces.
Hmm.
But I'll take it.
Well, anyways, let's go see this cave with its things.
Yes. Is that really all Xylund told us?
No,
Flips
he
through the
didn't
book.
tell you that much. He just shoved a couple of books at Lily.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, he wasn't super descriptive.
it's like
He just sort of waved his hand.
He was speaking a language that I had never even heard before, but he did give me books for translation.
Are you sure it was a language?
70% chance that it wasn't. 30% chance that he invented it on the spot.
Here it is. I told you I'd find it. It's right here, where I left it.
Thank you, Biscuitoo.
10% chance that he actually tapped into some primordial force and actually learned a language that is unknown to sentient beings' ears. As Lily gets off the horse and thanks Xylund for guiding them.
I will thank the horse.
The horse is still singing quietly under its breath.
I
Lily
retract my thanks.
Lily pulls like the dried apple in the ration. I'm assuming that there's probably like dried fruit preserves somewhere in there. It's road tack.
Yeah,
Just like kind of waves it under No Funks' nose.
Oh, well, I don't eat. You should eat that, but thank you. It smells very good.
You don't eat?
I mean,
Do you poop?
does that mean you can't?
If you want me to.
And
No, I
we're
don't- I
moving
don't want
on!
Can you teach me not to poop?
I don't. I mean, if you believe, maybe.
Oh my god, it's a freaking My Little Pony. So you don't eat, but does that mean you can't eat?
I don't know. I never thought
Yeah,
about it
try
like
it.
that.
Try it. I assure you it's quite delicious. Probably.
So he'll nibble, eat it, and he's chewing on dried apple. Very chewy.
You don't have to swallow it if you're to be polite there.
I mean, it is very chewy. But it is like the first thing you've ever eaten, so maybe it's a normal amount?
That's really smart. You're really smart. This is awful, though.
It's not that sweet. I'll hold out my hand for him to spit it out.
So here comes this giant horse loogie of chewed up dried apple. Just bleh.
I'll hand it over to Lily.
Lily takes 2 steps back very quickly. Well, we can try and find other things you might like better. I assure you, eating is one of the few pleasures one can get in life, and I'd hate for you to miss out just because you don't need to.
Newflunk just looks at Xylund
Who's still standing there with the
with dried up apple and
Apple
his
loogie.
mitt.
Don't let
not dried
anyone
anymore.
peer pressure you into doing something you don't want to do. New funks. If you don't want to eat, you don't have to eat. If you don't want to poop, you don't have to poop.
I don't know how to poop.
And I am walking ahead.
Yeah, I was waiting for Lana to leave.
Into the cave. I'm out.
I'm gonna say, how much nonsense is Lana gonna deal with before she just goes into the cave?
I am already gone.
Don't let your friends peer pressure you into pooping.
That's right. Oh my lord. You guys kill me, I swear.
Lily,
All right, so
follow.
you've made your way into the cave. Again, as mentioned, it's just a standard, mostly naturally forming cave, as far as you can tell. I do have a little picture. I think this is the right picture. Yeah. Yeah. So, like I said, mostly a natural forming cave. There doesn't seem to be anything special about it at first glance. Rough-hewn floor, detritus here and there, like mostly spent camping supplies, and just sort of the random trash that builds up when people use a place over time. But nothing that seems supernatural or particularly bizarre. Just sort of the random crap that piles up. There are no existing lights in here, so unless you have dark vision, you'll need to provide your own.
Imagine not having dark vision. That would be awful.
Yes.
Right. Half the time I pick a species for a character, it's because they have dark vision.
Dark vision.
Imagine
So-
playing a human. Ew.
That's racist.
Aw. So our tieflings can see, again, the cave is not super big. You're able to walk through it pretty easily. There doesn't seem to be any offshoots or anything more than enclaves that are just sort of scooped out of the sides. Yeah, his helm does give him dark vision. I just didn't know if he was in the cave.
Well, I'm actually not. I'm outside. I'm just making a point.
Yes.
I'll wait outside.
I wasn't sure if you were coming in, but yes, you do have dark vision from your helm. So yeah, there are little alcoves and little sort of niches in the cave itself, but no big offshoots, no big hallways or anything. It's all effectively this one little complex in here. Moving towards the back of the cave is where you actually start to see the scratching and paintings that Xylund described, quote unquote, to you, Lily. You begin to recognize the same figures that he drew, and are able to get a broader picture of what he was talking about.
Yeah, I once again remark internally about Xylund actually being a fairly decent artist.
Yeah, he's captured it pretty faithfully. Now you two are beginning to see some of his limitations. There's quite a bit of the whatever it is, the language or the symbols that have either worn away with time or have been in some other way destroyed or half finished. So they are difficult to interpret completely.
For some of those, I'm gonna take some ash out of my pit and just kind of rub it against to see if it helps bring some of the worn away things into sharper relief. That's a thing archaeologists do.
It is. It does help for some, but not all. You're also kind of under the impression that some of the unfinished symbols may not have ever have been finished at some point, that they were actually interrupted as opposed to worn away. The ones that are worn away, you will definitely have an advantage in reading, but some of them you won't ever be able to complete because they weren't finished.
Okay.
If you want to attempt to translate, of course, you are entitled to an investigation roll with advantage, or you can explore the cave further, whichever you prefer.
I'll start off with translation. I'm just trying to get as much context and additional things as possible. So, like, if I
Right.
see something I recognize, I'll look around it to see if there's something I don't from the book that Xylund gave me. And then the worn away things I'm going to also attempt to look at. But if it's something that I recognize in the interest of saving time, I'm just going to kind of move on.
Okay.
Oh, thanks for the advantage.
Yay! Well, having more of the completed symbols does give you a broader picture of what's going on. The bits that Xylund captured, again, they do say exactly what. I mean, there's no variation. So you believe your original translation of those symbols is completely correct. Now that you can actually see them in their natural habitat, but being able to complete some of the symbols and see the way that they interact with other groups, you can definitely get a broader picture of the area, the Raven's Hook that they referred to. While the book didn't specify why they thought that place was so powerful, the cave does seem to go into greater detail. They believe it is a focal point, and this was also something you read in the book. Xylund, you read in this section as well. This is something that was in enough common that you could kind of get what they were talking about. This particular cult of Liranel is something that they refer to themselves as the Splinter, which may or may not be a code word, but that is the term they use to refer to themselves. And they believe that their overall goal is to return the world to the time of turmoil, return the world to chaos, because that would balance the scales, set everyone on the same footing, and basically rejects the intervention of deities. And they want to do that by focusing on what they believe to be focal points in the world, places where reality is weak. Very similar to wild magic zones. Same kind of concept, except they locate these differently, and they don't talk about, there's not enough information either in the book or here on the wall that really goes into detail as to what they consider to be these weak zones. They believe they exist, and Ravenhook is one of them, which is why they're so focused on it.
Does it say what they plan to do with them?
They just believe they are the key. That somehow locating and utilizing will allow them to further their plans to return to chaos. And that's really all that you get from the wall. The wall just mainly, the bits that you can read now mostly go more into the overarching manifesto and their overarching belief system than it does in the nuts and bolts of it. The book is mostly where the nuts and bolts come in, but the wall gives you a broader view of their beliefs.
Lily is going to ask Lana, since her handwriting is far better than hers, to take notes while for later group discussion while she says all this out loud. It's up to Lana whether or not she wants to, though, obviously.
Lana can certainly take notes. Noel, will not take notes because I cannot keep up and pay attention and type. But
Yeah, no, I've taken notes after I realized I should probably open my notes and start taking them again. It's been a while. I'm a little out of practice, but I just figure that Lily would definitely be requiring notes of some form, and her handwriting is atrocious because she writes too fast.
I feel you, Lily. IRL, I feel you so hard.
Alright, so I think this is everything we'll get from this part. Shall we move further in?
Yep.
And we do so.
Cast one quick glance to make sure Xylund hasn't run off naked into the woods and go further in.
And what are you up to, Xylund?
It looks like he's trying to do some kind of choreographed dance thing with Newfunks. They're sort of working out the steps. It involves claps.
Oh my god.
Is that a cheer? Is he writing a cheer?
Just keep going.
So again, going deeper into the cave, it looks like, again, much similar, the same vein of cave signs and symbology that you encountered, but it looks like the reason that so many of these symbols are unfinished is because this was, rather than being the work of a group, this seems to be the work of a single person. You don't get really any identification. They don't name themselves in any way. They simply call themselves the Faithful of the Splinter. But whatever that individual was doing in this cave was clearly interrupted. Again, by what, it doesn't say. But it does leave one last bit of sort of, if you read this, etc. instruction. So whomever it was obviously felt that their time here was short. And the only instructions that were left behind, at least the ones that you can read, simply direct that person to revive Ravenhook.
This will be fine.
Okay, and I'm guessing that's the last of like the writing on the cave walls and stuff.
Yep, that's it. It looks
Okay.
like it got interrupted shortly thereafter. So after this last little snippet of instructions, as best you can translate them, there aren't any additional. Everything else here seems to be decorative beyond that, or used as an attempt to obfuscate, or simply not completed.
Okay. Gonna take a look around just to make sure that there's nothing else in the cave, like besides all the detritus and stuff. Make sure that there's like nothing that might have belonged to the cultists, or any signs of anything that they were doing. Just anything that's not like obviously from kids playing in the cave.
Yeah. Feel free to roll an investigation on that separate. Okay, so you do your best, Sherlock Holmes. Walk around. As best you can tell, 99.9% of the stuff in this cave is just leftover human garbage, really. Just stuff. But you find one very, very odd of detritus. It's a very smooth, black, teardrop-shaped bit of... At first you thought it might be a shell. But when you touch it, assuming you choose to, it doesn't feel like a shell. And it's kind of half buried in the dirt, back towards one of the walls, which is probably why it's still undiscovered.
Lana, do you have a spare bit of cloth?
I will hand her a spare bit of cloth.
Because we all know you have everything.
Yes.
Yes.
Until the day you take this bag from me.
I know.
I will, without touching the stone, basically like shimmy the cloth underneath it.
Okay.
And then like kind of pick up the cloth by its corner so it's kind of a bag.
Okay.
And then I will, placing it on the ground, basically tie it off into like a kind of like one of those old pouch lunches that they used to tie to sticks and carry behind them.
A bindle. Yeah.
And just kind of picking it up by the knot, place it carefully in my bag.
All right.
I think we shouldn't touch that till we have a better idea of what it is. And I'm guessing that's the only thing I found?
That's it. Yeah, everything else here is just, like I said, trash or the remains of camps.
Alrighty, I think we should probably head out. Do I have that feat that lets me know what time it is all the time? I don't think I do.
Evidently not, miss. Oh, I can't believe it's dark out.
Well, it doesn't say AM or PM.
Just, time. I don't have it anyway, so.
Okay, clear. All right.
So hopefully it's around lunchtime.
Well,
Alright,
you go outside.
I think we're done here.
Alright, so stop dancing, pick up, head out.
I wasn't dancing.
Sure you weren't.
Of course, Newfunks is still practicing as he says this.
I nudge Snowfunks to get him to stop.
Stops. All right, so you guys are ready to head back?
Yep.
All right, so you travel back to the family farm where the group has been working tirelessly. Now, Kern, how exactly are you going to handle this lunch? Because it is getting on about that time, and so the family themselves are, sort of filing towards the home to eat. All of them that are here.
I think I will send a message to Lana to be like, hey, would you guys mind stabling the horses? that way I can like introduce you guys like before like the super craziness happens, and maybe we don't even need to see the horses potentially, but like one shocking thing at a time. It's probably the best way to go through this.
Alright, guys. Kern feels it's a good idea that maybe we leave the horses outside when we go to lunch with his potentially very scared of magic family. I think that's a good idea.
What, did he think we were going to bring the horses in? Are we eating in a
Yes.
barn?
Yes, he did.
What, is lunch in a barn or something? Who brings horses inside?
Dude just looks at Xylund.
Never mind. It occurs to me that I may have spoke a bit too soon.
I'm not sure I should be around people right now.
If you want to stay outside, I think they'll understand.
Would you prefer to go back to the ship? I think I heard somebody saying something about somebody watching the ship at some point.
Oh, yeah.
Recently? This morning? Yesterday?
I assumed you conjured some homunculi or something to watch over the ship. Isn't that the case?
Nope.
That requires a lot of money and a lot of time. I don't have either of those well, I have time. I don't have money to make a homunculi. I would, if I could. Trust me. Love to have one.
Alright, I think maybe I'll just head back to the ship for now and continue on with my very important work.
Yes.
Tell Kern to message me if his sister shows up, the hot one.
Wow.
You can't even remember her name.
No, wait, I remembered. She puts the fun in Funella.
Why?
Except- Fan. But
Why
whatever.
haven't I heard any of this?
You've been in the lab. We've both been in the bottom of the ship.
Well, that just seems patently unfair. All right. Well, we'll be sure to let him know, and definitely not keep his
And
sister all
those-
for ourselves.
Exact words. We will let him know.
Alright, well, I'll see you.
As I
Take off.
leave.
The silent heads off on Newfound.
I do a
Biscuit
a hind leg rearing up type thing
Okay.
before I take off into the sun.
Uh,
Well, I guess the sun isn't doing
Yeah, it
anything
says
dramatic.
high noon, but
I
you
look
know.
around for where I could go that would be dramatic, and I venture to settle on some trees over there.
He's going the wrong way. Oh my god, he's going the wrong.
He'll be fine. He'll be fine. We're not going to actually tell Kern about his message, right?
God, no.
Right. Awesome.
Alright, so you guys make your way back to the farm.
I will leave my horse politely. Politely. I'm tired. Somewhere else.
Lana has had to wrangle her sister and Xylund all day. Leave her alone.
Hey, I've had to wrangle a small child. I don't know which one's worse.
It's true. There's a lot of little children to wrangle, and now that Catherine's returned, means you have Seamus as well. So,
Oh god.
yeah, if you guys spend the night, because she's only gonna be gone overnight.
Yeah.
So yeah, she would definitely return. Seamus in tow. Again, just happy to see you. Exhausted from the travel, but happy to see you. A little taken aback that you're here, and of course now she has to absorb not only the fact that you've arrived with compatriots, but that your dad's malady has been cured, and that you know about vanilla, and like she's very tired. She's very tired.
So who's Catherine and Seamus?
Catherine is my older sister, and Seamus is her son.
Ah.
Yeah.
I was just making sure it wasn't going to be something like super awkward like Kern's like ex-fiance.
No.
No.
Because
No,
I
we
guess
haven't,
that's
even,
related.
we haven't even touched that yet.
Yeah, that's a whole different side quest.
Yeah, because I feel like that would just be super awkward, and Lily would not want to be there for that.
No. That's Catherine is the oldest child, with a child of her own. So you've gotten to spend some time with Catherine as well, as you guys have been working on the farm, and now Lily and Lana have returned to, I guess, have lunch, which
Apparently.
is
I
gonna be
mean-
awesome.
Yeah, have lunch and then talk about whatever Lily wanted to talk about.
Okay, so how do you want to run this, Kern? You gonna invite them inside? Are you gonna meet them
Yeah,
between the house and the stables? How do you want to do this?
I think I'm probably gonna like meet them outside and be like, okay, all right. So give them a rundown. It's like, okay, there's Jameson, who's the littlest that you saw before. I think Davynn has got him to calm down a little bit. Sorry.
Should I cast Seeming? I can make us look like normal humans.
No, probably not.
I
Last
think
8
magic is
hours,
worse.
they wouldn't know it was magic unless they have true seeing.
Unless one of the kids like climbs up you and grabs a horn.
Yeah, plus Jameson has already seen you, and he'll be asking where the Horn Ladies are. I had to. It was a long road to stop him from saying horny ladies. So just be
Oh.
thankful of that.
Well, that's disgusting.
Trust me, I know. That's why I had to stop. Okay, all right,
Where were we?
all right. The next two, there's Liam and Rowan, two other smaller kids. Should be more well behaved. Kira is in there right now, who's my youngest sister. She's pretty level-headed. She'll probably be interested in you too. She is bored out of her mind in the house, for the most part. And I think everybody else except Catherine has left. Except my mom and dad, of course. My dad is kind of quiet, and my mom, she'll ask you a million things if you're comfortable, and just try to fill the silence with, trying to be a good hostess. But yeah, I think you're all
You'll be
sorted.
pleased to know that my sister has convinced me to begrudgingly be on my best behavior.
Yeah. I understand. It can be a little bit of a handful, but
Well, it's not them specifically, it's just their age.
yeah. Well, Kira's pretty mature for her age, so hopefully, if any of them bother you, it's her. Okay, all right.
Around this time, Davynn comes in with Jameson and says, "Hey, Lily, Lana, can one of you explain your experience as a tiefling to this kid? I don't think I'm getting the nuance right."
Looks at Lana, instantly says, "Not it."
Maybe later.
And after we can talk about what you want to talk about. We'll go upstairs.
Sure.
Lily.
Do you have a table?
Yes.
I do need a table.
Yes.
Awesome. Perfect. Lovely. So, shall we meet the family?
Yes.
All right.
Open up the door. Hey guys, this is Lily and Lana. They're also our traveling compatriots. They were looking after the ship yesterday, but I guess they were a little cooped up and wanted to come say hi.
Hello.
Yeah. Dead silence from the room, other than a spoon that clatters into the sink where where the lady of the house drops it before remembering not to stare.
You didn't warn them, did you, Kern?
I thought that might do more harm than good, because like if then like you over prepare for it, and I'm a mess right now.
Lily just pats Kern on the shoulder. It's okay. Everybody is.
So
Okay.
yeah. Yeah. So everyone's kind of still in that stunned phase. His mom collects herself after a moment, collecting her spoon, and invites you to sit and struggles to make room. Thankfully, it's a fairly large table. So you're able to, they are able to set a few more places without crowding everyone out uncomfortably. It is still it is a very awkward. It is a very, very awkward setup. Yeah, no one is looking directly at you, and the food is being passed around in virtual silence. It is a little. Yeah, it's a little uncomfortable.
Lily is perfectly pleased with this silence. She thinks it's wonderfully normal and thinks we may have misjudged Kern's family this whole time.
So, Mom, the mash is good.
She clears her throat. Thank you. Thank you. Kira, well, and then Kira jumps in. I supervised.
Good job supervising.
Makes Catherine laugh a little bit. But you have noticed that Seamus has moved from his usual spot. He's got like a little high-set toddler seat next to her. In general, that's where he would sit. She has actually moved him to her lap and is hanging on to him with one hand. Yeah, Jameson is the baby. And he is more than happy to listen to whatever tales you wish to spin.
Ron has decided the easiest way to break the silence is to just talk to the small children about manticores.
Yes.
Or that one beholder.
Just Jameson. He's all about it.
Yep.
All about it. Monsters and pirates. He's enraptured. Although the conversation does make the older Flannagan members increasingly uncomfortable.
They can deal.
As you talk about your adventures. Yeah, a lot of glances being cast about the table until finally Kern's mom, as he mentioned, does try to regain her sense of hostessness and make conversation. Doesn't really, again, not engaging with either of you directly. Most of her conversation is sort of said to the center of the table and is framed in very general sort of conversational tones. Just again, very open-ended questions like, so you've been working with Kern? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Part of his group, his whatever you call it, dear.
I don't know exactly what to call it. Guess diplomats? I'm not sure. I don't know. Lily's usually the one that comes out with like titles and stuff because she's the smart one out of all of us.
Oh, excuse me. Yes, what are we talking about? I'm sorry. It's just the roast was to die for, and I was very absorbed.
No.
Mom clears your throat again. Well, thank you. Are you from Greylock as well?
No. My sister and I are from a very small, very unnamed village. Not.
We never named it.
It's one of those villages that's so small it doesn't actually get a name. It's just like it's named after the surrounding area.
Right. Yeah, because you guys were outside of Merryford, so yeah, it would just be.
We eventually moved to Merryford so that my sister could get her credentials. She's very talented. Bard. Very talented bard. And I was absorbed in my studies myself. Researcher by trade. Slight emphasis on history.
Mom is nodding slowly. Like, his dad has not said a word or really has changed his focus from his plate the entire time. But his mom kind of nods. Like, Well, that's a long way to travel from the south. All the way up here.
The unfortunate thing about history and historical sites is they don't come to you, right? So my sister and I have been traveling for many years before we came across Kern and the rest of our friends quite by happenstance. We decided there was safety in numbers and have been traveling together ever since. He is not incorrect when he says that we are diplomats, but I think far more apt would probably be companions. We're a group of companions who take on odd jobs and help people when we can.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, lunch is a stilted affair, and over quickly, as people eat. Jameson being a notable exception, who is just jazzed beyond belief.
This is a good kid. I like this kid.
Yeah, he's all about it. He's he's digging the stories. He wants to hear all about your pirate stories. He's very into pirates.
I'm gonna tell him all the
I
pirate stories.
imagine. He's totally into pirate stories. Convinced that you're pirates now. And I imagine Hildreth would be egging him on as well, considering this is his new protege. So yeah, other than Jameson, everyone is definitely uncomfortable.
I also gave Kira one of Stanley's books, like last night.
Oh yes, you did. I I remember that. But yeah, lunch is over quickly. Everyone sort of bolts out. Your mom included. Like she says she has to, and she's gonna go deal with the chickens, and Kira can clean up. So at the end of lunch, it is you guys and Kira left in the kitchen. And Kira is clearly uncomfortable as well. Like she's obviously never met Tieflings before. But she's trying to play it off like it's no big deal. I mean, for context, she's a teenager. So she's definitely she's in that stage where she doesn't want to be uncool. Like she doesn't want to seem like she's a rube, really. But she's also kind of wigged out because there are tieflings in her kitchen. So you're still getting kind of weird vibes off Kira. But for the most part, everyone else, including Jameson, has been shown out of the kitchen to go back to work for a little bit before it gets too late in the day. But you are otherwise alone.
Yeah. So as we're like cleaning up, I'll whisper to her, and it's like, those are Lily and Lana from the book. I mean,
Yeah,
you probably already did.
Stupid, Kern.
I know. It's just you seem a little tense.
Well, they don't look like anything that was described in that book.
Yeah, some of the author sometimes takes liberties with what he writes. Just they're good people.
Lily
Really
and
nice.
Harry.
They saved my life countless times.
Yeah. Lily
I
brings
knew
some
that.
dishes over. It's called autistic license. It's an unfortunate byproduct of selling sensational stories. Drops dishes off, goes back table.
She's clearing up. Like she won't make eye contact at all. She'll only talk to Kern. Okay. Could you not, like, you're making me, I am not a little kid, like you're making me look weird.
Okay, all right. Okay,
Like I'm
fine.
okay. I'm okay. This is fine.
I trust you. I know you're okay.
All right. Well then, I'm not a baby.
No.
You
Hey,
What?
Hey.
What?
since and I like kind of like kneel down at her level. I'm like, since Fenella's not here anymore. Mom and Dad are right. I really need to keep in contact with the family. I was wondering if you wanted to be the person that I give updates to, so that you can talk to the family.
Well,
If you want to. I mean,
yeah, but you know, the post around here isn't exactly reliable.
and I whisper to her, I'm like, I got a secret. I can talk to you from anywhere in the world. I can't do it a lot, but I can do a little bit.
And looks at you cockeyed a little bit.
And I'll say, hold on, I'll show you. Don't freak out. And then I'll send her a message through sending. Just be like, hey, Kira, love you. You're awesome.
Her eyes get huge. Don't do that. And she yells it in the kitchen to the point where it echoes. That's what drove. Isn't that what happened to?
No, that was something else.
But she said she heard your voice, and then.
I know that. I think I'll find out what happened to Fenella, but I know you're strong, and I know that out of anybody here, you can probably deal with this the best.
Well, if I go crazy,
I will come and save you.
well, no. It'll be your fault.
Yes. Yeah. Thanks. And I like kind of give her a shove.
Well, it will.
It's being so pessimistic. God.
Oh, it will be your fault. I will haunt you forever.
I wouldn't expect anything less.
That's good, because it's what's gonna happen.
But that won't happen.
Just you know, like, can you hear what I'm thinking when you do that?
No, you need to. You can send me a sentence or two back in your head, but you have to choose to do it. I can't. I don't know what you're thinking at all. I promise, and I wouldn't do that to you.
Okay. All right, just don't do it a lot, and like, you know, only during the day. And
Oh yeah, absolutely.
like, you know, just don't. Yeah.
That's why I'm talking to you about this. I didn't want to do it without making sure you're okay with it.
Okay. Well, I'm not, but okay. And if Mom and Dad kick me out, I'm coming to live with you.
You can live on our ship. We have a yeah. I can find a
Okay.
bunk for you.
Okay.
But if you don't feel comfortable with this, you just need to tell me, okay?
Well, just don't make me go crazy.
I won't. I promise.
Okay. It
Okay.
would be good for Mom and Dad to know what's going on with you. I mean, I don't care, but they probably do. She can't even get through the sentence before she starts to laugh.
All right. Yeah, okay.
All right.
Oh, hang in there, kid. And I'll try to come back every once in a while. If you need anything.
Books, send me books.
Okay.
More books. Better books.
And, well, when the time comes, and I kind of like look at her like cleaning and stuff, when you're just put up with Mom for a bit, but when you get to the age and you want to try something else, I'll talk to Mom for you or help out if I can.
She just snorts. I am the master of talking to Mom. You don't even know. You've been gone forever.
Okay. But I just thought I'd offer my support.
I appreciate it. And just because you come home with all these pretty ladies and
You think they're pretty?
yeah,
Oh.
they have nice clothes and I don't know, a lot better than around here anyway.
Well,
I'm kind of glad they don't look like the book describes them. It's that, yeah, I think they look better like that.
me too.
Anyway, I got stuff to do. Some of us just can't
All
go
right,
and come
okay.
as we please. Alright.
Fine. Lily has something to ask me upstairs anyway, so.
Okay, bye.
And Kern gets like flushed. Not like that, okay?
I'm gonna tell Mom.
No, don't. Kern like actually starts getting like nervous.
She just kind of giggles to herself, goes back to her dishes.
And I just like kind of storm off, like still red in the face, like Lily, let's go upstairs.
You promised me coffee.
Oh, yeah, and I just kind of fumble with a glass and bring it up.
Lily will follow him.
All right. Xylund, you're going back to town?
Oh gosh.
Are you
Oh,
going
yeah.
to town?
Why? Because I forgot that I wanted to pick up some paints. I mean, I'm thinking there's probably slim pickings for paints
Yeah.
in a village, but maybe something made out of like rhubarb or beets. Or, I
Yeah,
don't
you
know.
can. Again, it is a farming community, so they do have paint, but it's more for like houses and fences.
Well,
They're
I'll
not really into the whole body paint thing here.
I'll just start riding back towards the village, and the first person I see out in the fields, I'll ride up to them and be like, "You there? Where might I find some
Are
paints?"
you doing this on the blue horse?
Yes.
Yes.
We're gonna get like.
So yes, the accosted farmer on the side of the road who's just trying to do his thing, man. He's confused for a second. He goes, "Sir?"
Paints for painting.
He points down the road. Well, if you head into the village, there's a general store. I'm not sure what time or when the last trader went through, but they may have something for you.
I thank you.
He kind of does a weird bow. Clearly, he thinks you're somebody important.
I'll
As
continue
you-
on.
So you walk away, and new folks says, "Wow, that guy was pretty impressed."
We're very impressive. I got this helm. You're all winged and multicolored.
He didn't even say anything about the wings, though. They need to be bigger.
Not bigger, sharper.
So you continue down the road to the general store. Again, there's only like 4 buildings in this village, and one of them is Jackass Annie's, which you've been to before.
Also, you guys missed the best name for a bar ever.
Yeah, Jackass Annie's is
Jackass
the pub.
Annie's.
Is the pub run by Bigby.
Actually, if you could make your wings bigger too, that'd be good. Because then we could, like, if you unfurled them and we ran through an army of evildoers, we could lop even more heads off, assuming they were sharp.
So you make your way to the general store, and as again, very very slim pickings here. Mostly feed, little tiny bit of tack, some dried food, and there are some paints, but there's basically there's white or there's yellow that was probably supposed to be white and it's just been sitting there for too long.
Okay, so I have a question. Since we got the proficiency boost, I got another trading thingamajiggy skill.
Okay.
So I'm thinking painter, which comes with sort of one of its specialties is living arts,
Mm-hmm.
which is, let's see, I can make pigment straight from the source, crushed seashells, blah blah blah, rare plants.
Yeah, so in this case, you would probably want to opt for the food.
Okay.
And instead of looking at the paints themselves, you would probably want to pick up on whatever food is available. Not necessarily the dried food, but the fresh fruits and vegetables that are there. And there is more of a selection there, obviously, because it's a farming community.
Okay, so I'll pick up a bunch of foods
Yeah, so
that
you-
I think could be crushed
like-
into.
Yeah, like beetroot, and blueberries, and just things that are in season.
Okay.
That would go at least some way towards making dyes and paints. You won't be able to get anything particularly fancy or exotic. Like there's nothing iridescent here. Making anything more than like basic primary colors is going to be difficult, but you can pick up some good basics. Yeah.
Okay. So how much would that run me if I buy pretty much whatever's available?
Just like a few handfuls of veggies and things like that.
Yeah.
Okay. If you're just doing some basic veggies, like just doing a little bit of grocery shopping, You can get adequate amount for paints for a couple coppers, 5 or 6 coppers.
Okay,
So 6 copper, we'll say.
6 copper. Okay.
Yeah, that way you've got enough in case you fudge the roll.
I thank you,
Lana's gonna
shopkeep.
do-
Vom, 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 vom.
Vom, 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 exactly. He just kind of like leaves the money where it is and is just sort of like shoving your stuff into a sack. Like, okay. All right. Is that what you need in town?
That's it. That's all I
Okay,
need.
cool.
I'm not here to make a scene. I'm a very responsible
Oh,
person.
no, of course not. Vom, vom, vom. All right. So you leave the
Honorable
town
horse.
mildly traumatized. Yeah. Your pearly horse. Okay, so Lana has gone outside to play. Kern and Lily have gone upstairs. That is not a euphemism. And
Never know.
you're working on your table, which is a euphemism.
I have spread all of my notes and my parchment and like all of that all over the place. I also pull out a random navigational map that I have but can't use because I don't know how. But I have it because that's the thing Lily would definitely have. She probably stole it from the boat, let's be real. And basically, as soon as Kern walks in with the coffee, she turns to him, like, hair wildly flipping all over the place, like, just kind of going crazy. You can also notice at this point that she definitely has, like, some bags under, like, some dark circles under her eyes and, like, you know, bloodshot vision and all that from not really sleeping all that much the past few days.
Oh, looks like you've been enjoying your lab.
It's wonderful. It is absolutely fantastic and marvelous. Thank you so much for it.
Yeah, just try to stay alive long enough to use it, okay? I kind of just pat her on the back.
Of course. Also, you'll feel like I should say this. It's manners. Your family is perfectly tolerable, and nods to herself as if it was, you know, meeting some kind of criteria in her head.
No, they're just. I think the farthest they've ever been out is like down to the coast from here, maybe. So they're just adjusting to all this new stuff happening.
Oh, no. No, that's fine. I meant it. They're perfectly. I'm sure Lana would chide me for my use of language and say something like lovely, but
Yeah.
you know how I am with people,
Yeah.
and specifically children.
Yeah.
Anyways, so Xylund barged into the laboratory last night, I believe.
Mhm.
And shoved some books at me. It was actually quite thoughtful of him. I deciphered pretty much all of it. And it's very, very fascinating. And I think if our business isn't too pressing, I'm not really sure what we're doing right now. We could possibly take a detour. Check. And she starts going on this whole spiel about Raven's Hook, you know, places of power, focal points, you know, the whole thing with the cult of Lirinel called Splinter, returning the world to the time of turmoil, you know, places where reality is weak, you know, what that's supposed to mean, and then how it was supposed to, you know, the last message was revive Ravenhook or something like that.
Yeah.
And she says, so I know that it's to the southeast of here. Somewhere. I can't quite pinpoint where. I don't know. I've realized in the course of this research that I don't really know how to use navigational charts. They're not like normal maps.
And I kind of like give her a wry smile. It's like, wait, there's something I know that you don't?
For now. And yes, and shut up.
Kind of giggles. Because they don't know what I'm doing. Well, luckily for you, I have minimal experience with this, so just sit back and watch a pro at work.
She takes her coffee and sits down, just kind of. I expect you to dazzle me.
Well, so the way that I'm probably going to go about this is, since I kind of do know about, like, what Yuri was saying, probably, like, the shifting in and out of islands and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
there's probably, like, references to, like, other landmarks in
Yes.
there.
Yeah, the majority of the navigational data is landmarks, currents, and sun positioning.
So, based off of that, like, if I can get, like, 2 other points from here, I can probably triangulate an area of where we can search for.
You can't get necessarily a direct pinpoint, but yes, you can triangulate a general search area. With her information and the sea charts.
About
Since
how large would that search area be? Like, we talking like 10 miles, 5 miles, 100 miles?
Oh, definitely within 5 to 10 miles, depending on what the sea is doing that day.
And like, as I'm going through this, I'm like describing it all to Lily, since I know she's smart enough to keep up with it, so that we might have a backup navigator just
She is
if we really
furiously
need to, like,
taking-
if worse comes to worse.
She is furiously taking notes. Accidentally tries to drink her. I don't know if she's got a pen. I guess it's a pen. Do they have pens in Iyith, or is it all quills?
Quill, charcoal. They don't really have. I mean, it's mostly ink but there you can get a higher quality pen that functions as it basically works like a quill.
I'm gonna
Those are
get Xylund.
expensive.
I'm gonna get Xylund to manufacture me a fountain pen.
Good.
Oh,
Because ink. Because the quill's not so bad, but the inkwell is.
Yeah, inkwell is tough to haul around.
Yeah, but she tries to take a drink of her quill instead of her coffee at one point. Tickles herself on the nose.
Well,
you are able to pinpoint a good heading.
well, so we are on our way to pick up one of the ambassadors to Greylock, so that the city can get back to running normally. From what I heard, that's kind of a priority.
Oh, right. That is a thing that we were doing. One who picked it, aren't I?
Yeah.
Hmm.
But since this is going back towards where we came from, we can always make a pit stop on the way there.
I don't know if it'd be necessarily a pit stop thing. It feels like something larger than that. It's something we definitely want to dedicate some time to. And who knows, it may even have a clue as to the location of the Heart of Shadow. Speaking of focal points where reality is weak, you know.
Yeah.
The Heart of Shadow sounds like it could be one of those points.
Probably. But I'm not saying that we don't do this. I think we just need to go grab the ambassador first. We drop her off, kick her off in Greylock, and then turn around.
Yeah, and we were supposed to be coming back this way anyways due to the Heart of Shadow thing, I think. I may have been in my lab a bit too long. But, there was one more thing. I went to the cave where Xylund found all of this. I did find a bit more. Some of the symbols had been worn away, and he either didn't see them or wasn't able to transcribe them. Fortunately for me, I am somewhat of a genius and was able to get them. But I found something. It was almost buried, and it was very odd and didn't really fit in with all the other trash and detritus there. And she's going to reach into her sack, pull it out by the knot, place it on the center of the table, motion for Kern to back up, and slowly untie it and let the cloth fall away from the smooth black teardrop shaped something. Now, I don't know what this is, so I don't think anybody should touch it, at least until it's been identified. But I found it in the cave where all of that writing was. I think this might be maybe just off of initial conjecture and hypothesis, it might be whatever key that is needed to revive Raven's Hook or something. I don't know. I kind of want to identify it, but that can wait till we're back on the ship. For reasons, looking at Kern.
Ixnay on the adjective.
No, I understand. I understood the first time.
Yes.
That's why I'm waiting for us to get back on the ship.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But yes, whatever this is, feels ominous. Just general feeling. Hence why I don't want anybody touching it, not even myself. And she starts to tie it back up, pauses. Have you ever seen anything like this?
Have I, Yuri?
Well, you've seen something similar, but not quite in that scale.
Gotcha.
I mean, feel free to roll intelligence if you'd like.
My best stat?
Yeah, I know.
Let's do this.
It kind of reminds you in a weird way of when you went into the Kobold Cave and you ran into Xylund's future helmet.
The dragon?
Although this one is much larger. It's not the same shape as those scales were. It is infinitely larger. Looks like it might have been broken off.
And I switched to Celestial so that any prying ears that might be trying to catch any sort of gossip happening won't understand them. I say, I think that might be a dragon scale.
Lily also seamlessly switching to Celestial. Oh my.
Yeah. That's from something big.
And big means old. And it's black. Looks at Kern. Now, where have we heard of a massive, ancient black dragon?
Kind of shakes my head. Yeah. Mind if we talk about this back on the ship and figure this stuff out with the rest of the crew?
Yes. You have... Some of you went in... Yes. Just one more question. Still in Celestial.
Yeah.
Some of you went into the orb, right?
Yes.
Saw the beast?
I think only one of us is... Was it just Annie and Corin that went into the orb? Or was it somebody else?
It was Annie, Corin, and your dwarf compatriot who didn't survive.
Yeah. Be like, nobody currently with us, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, that's gonna make it a bit harder.
Yeah.
Well, I guess.
Well, I do feel like I should help finish working for the day. But I'll be back at the ship tonight, and like I said, talking this out with everybody will probably be more beneficial.
I mainly wanted to get your thoughts, since it did happen near your home, and your expertise with nautical maps, and surprisingly, this was very helpful in identifying. Still not going to touch it just in case they did something to it.
Yeah.
Ties the dragon scale back up the same way she did at the cave, puts it back in her sack. Right. Well, that was all I had. I think it may need, once we get the ambassador done, I think Ravenshook may need to go up on our list of priorities.
Yeah, I agree. All right, we're going back downstairs.
All right, you guys come back downstairs. Again, Lana's excused herself. I assume Hildreth and Davynn are out and about. So we can absolutely recap. Go ahead, Michael.
I'm just saying aye to.
Aye. Okay. I thought you were starting a sentence and I cut you off. Sorry. So again, we can regroup back on the ship that evening, unless anyone has any pertinent business back on the farm, other than picking up heavy stuff and putting it back down.
And stand by. That's about it.
Yeah.
Lily was
stand by.
literally only there to talk to Kern and look at the cave.
I figured. I didn't think Lily or Lana would stick around too much. Yeah, I don't think they're going to be volunteering for a shift. And Xylund, I assume you were already headed that direction. Yeah, you can make a homunculus.
Yeah, I can make. Okay, I'll work on that when I get back to the ship. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll start making a homunculus.
All right.
Yeah, just for the buys, like, yes, I promise I'll stay in contact more. Yes, I promise I'll come back and visit more. Yes, I promise I'll find out where Vanilla is.
Yes.
All that good stuff.
Get all the promises and tears out of the way. So we can regroup on the ship that evening. After everyone's had a long and hopefully fruitful day. And get back underway. You guys are continuing along the southern side of the continent, correct? It's headed in the direction of Blinktoll.
Blinktoll.
Yeah, Blinktoll is the settlement that you're supposedly headed to.
Right.
There's a couple of places you can dock, but your ultimate destination is an outpost called Blinktoll.
Mm-hmm.
Does anyone have a gem worth 100 gold pieces I could buy? And or a dragon shard?
Are you asking us?
I'm asking the party at large.
If we had one, we could just give it to you, but no.
I don't. Does a dragon scale count as a dragon shard?
Let's not.
I mean, I'm not. I'm just curious. For scholarly reasons.
I've got a dragon tooth.
Is that a dragon shard? I mean, it's a piece of a dragon.
I have a coin that was bitten by a dragon.
That might be stretching it.
You would break her heart.
I wouldn't give that to the island.
I would say if you gave away Udlu's coin, she'd be so sad.
we really should go back and talk to her at some point.
She
We've
likes
kind of
We
just abandoned
could
her.
fit her on the Pegasus roost, I bet.
Well,
Ooh.
I mean, she got
Yes.
to play with Gale for a little bit, but yeah, she.
But we
likes
still
people.
kind of abandoned her.
We should relocate her to the boat.
Where she can see the world.
Once she
Oh.
masters transforming into people, then we can.
That's
do
gonna
it.
be a long time.
We can
Jeez,
protect her.
baby.
It'll be fine.
Lily is a transmutation wizard. She can probably help her somehow. Maybe.
Oh my god! I just.
Can you transmute something into a gem worth 100 gold pieces?
That's not how it works.
No.
I am carrying 2 of those.
2 gems?
I have 2 beholder gems. They've been in my bag for quite a while.
Are they worth 100 gold pieces?
I have no idea. All I know is we found them in a beholder. There were more of them, but then the
Yeah.
bag of holding got fucked up.
All right, I'm technically skilled with jewel craft, so can I appraise these beholder gems?
Absolutely. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Go ahead and roll your intelligence.
Could I use my jeweler's tools?
Yep, you can have advantage because you've got
Oh.
your loop. Yep.
You know what else I have, Xylund?
What?
I have 3 vials of paint. Would you like those?
Oh, sure.
Okay. Wow. 27. Okay. Yeah. The Beholder's gems are
Mhm.
worth between 500 and 750 gold pieces, depending on
Holy
who you
shit.
Each or combined?
each.
Jesus!
Stone.
Okay, you have my dragon tooth.
Let's
Um,
sell the beholder gems. Jeez.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll tell Lana how
no.
much they're worth and be like, yeah, you hold on to those.
Gotcha. We'll sell these.
That's like more money than we have as in the
Yeah.
party funds.
They're huge.
As
They're
a
huge.
reminder.
They're not.
Lana's net value right now is 24 silver.
Lily's is 0.
The gems are not exceptionally precious in and of themselves. They're basically glorified quartz, but they are massive. So yeah, they will sell for a pretty penny if you can get to a place, obviously, that has the resources to buy them.
Like Greylock, which we just left.
Yeah, Greylock,
Precisely.
Lorehold.
I feel like Greylock probably doesn't at the moment since they're in reconstruction mode.
You might. I
Lorehold,
mean,
definitely.
gems are in
a big
high
place.
demand, because of if you recall, diamonds and things like that were under restriction because the churches had dibs. So crystals, gems, things like that tend to go on restriction whenever there's a calamity there.
Which means they're
Um,
even more valuable and they'll
Yes,
pay even
there
more
will
money
often
for
be a
them.
premium. Yeah, because they can be cut down and powdered and used for clerical spells. There's also Freyhaven. That would be another large settlement. Not terribly far from you. Probably equidistant to Greylock, depending on how you get there. And Freyhaven is the poorest rich port in the world. Like, it looks like shit, but everyone there has money. At least for a little while.
So would this dragon tooth serve as a dragon shard?
A dragon shard?
Well, if I want to make this homunculus, I need a gem worth 100 gold pieces or a dragon shard.
Okay. You can use the dragon tooth.
Yay!
But your homunculus has to look like a dragon.
I want it to look like an owl, though.
Okay, but it has
dragon
to have
owl.
scale
Owl
like a
dragon.
dragon.
Can it just be an owl with one like dragon fang coming out of its beak?
Okay, you can have a big snaggletooth owl. That's fine. You can have a snaggletooth owl.
Lily is gonna wander into the galley somewhere around dinner time after having gotten lost a couple of times. Hopefully everybody's there.
I imagine you guys can wander together for supper.
Brought back a bag of leftovers that my mom insisted.
Oh yeah, she
with me.
totally packed you all lunches. She totally packed your lunches. Every
Oh, that
single
was-
one of you.
An awkward lunch, but overall, I think that went better than I expected.
Oh, hello, Davynn. Where have you been?
I've been around. I've been trying to keep track of Jameson.
Thank you for that.
Hmm.
I appreciate it.
I didn't
Yeah,
like him very much.
you owe me.
I know. Okay, I know.
Anyways, I was actually looking for everyone. I wanted to call an official group meeting. That's a thing we can do now that we have a ship, right? We can call group meetings.
Yes.
Oh, excellent.
Oh wait,
Call one.
first, I'll pass Kern a platinum piece in exchange for the dragon tooth.
Just keep that like party
No.
fun stuff.
No,
Don't you keep our party funds, Kern?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Anyways, it doesn't have to be now. I realized that. Oh, food. Huh.
Yeah.
Is this where the food's eating is? Is that what this room is for?
I guess so.
Hmm.
Well, the kitchen's like in the front of the boat underneath the Pegasus roost.
Why is the... Okay. Good to know. Anyways, party meeting later. Let's not do it in the laboratory. I feel like something would break. Casts side eye at Davynn, Xylund, Lana.
I mean, upstairs is the navigation table as I like eating food.
Oh, that would actually work out suitably because we have a navigation chart for the navigation table. Excellent point, Kern.
Okay.
Anyways, that's all I had to say. I'm gonna go back to the lab now. Oh, what time should we have this meeting?
Say 30 minutes? Sure.
Sure. I'll see you all there. And promptly leaves, forgetting to eat again.
All right, so everyone chows down on your last bit of homemade food for a while, most likely. Letting the awkwardness of the day sort of leave you, hopefully. It has been a weird one. And then enough time elapses that it is time for the family meeting that Lily has called.
I bring up a biscuit, noticing that Lily didn't eat anything in case she's hungry. Like,
Okay.
to the meeting.
Lily is very appreciative. And she strongly suspects that we take Kern a bit too much for granted.
And it's a good egg.
Xylund is sagging, no.
Yeah. Island is coming down.
Maybe he needs some of Lily's coffee.
Since I'm assuming Xylund probably went to the lab to start working on his homunculus plural, she will make sure he has a cup, and she doesn't drag him because I don't think he'd let her drag him. But she says, "Xylund, it's time for the meeting. I think." Oh,
Yeah,
we're 5 minutes late, actually.
All right.
Here, have some coffee. It's a bit strong, but it gets the job done.
Oh, I meant to see if they had Brocane or whatever.
Unfortunately, that has too many negative side effects for me to partake.
No
I'll
broken.
tap my poison tattoo to see if I can flush the last of this out of my system to speed the coming down process along.
Brocane has always been the actual name of that drug. That is not that is not a name that was coined by Xylund. That is how it was introduced to him. That is the actual name of the drug.
Right. Well, shall we adjourn to the navigation room?
All right.
And
Do it.
yes, Xylund, your poison resistance will kick the hangover effect
All
for
right.
now.
Nice.
For now. Just saying. All right, family meeting time. Do you need a break, no?
I need to grab a sandwich.
Okay,
Sure, we
yeah,
can break
no.
there.
Yeah, why don't we take a break? We'll take a break and then we'll come back for family meeting time.
Okay.
Wonderful.
Okay.
I'm going to get some
All right.
coffee.
All right.
All right. Back in a couple minutes then.
See you guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bless.
There we go.
All right. Back with foods. Lily has just called her meeting. So go ahead, Lily.
Hi. Sorry I'm late for the meeting I called. Was very lost track of time. Oh, thank you, Kern. Takes biscuit from Kern.
Are
Starts
you working
nibbling.
on the workshop again?
I almost have it how I want it. Right. So, Xylund found some really good stuff, actually. And I think this might actually be kind of a breakthrough in the whole Heart of Shadow stuff that we're looking into, right? And I'll give him a rundown on Raven's Hook, places of power, focal points, like the whole thing that I gave Kern and whatnot. Let them know that we actually have narrowed down a search area pull out the nautical map, let Kern explain that part, and then bring out the coup d'etat of the probably a dragon scale that I will unwrap. Be like, I don't want anyone touching it right now because I haven't identified to make sure that it hasn't been cursed or, contains power of possession or any number of nasty things that a cult can do. But Kern says that this looks an awful lot like the dragon scales on the dragon that came from Xylund's helmet, only bigger, which means older. And I remember all of you, or somebody mentioning that within the orb that Davynn's grandmother made, there was a dragon contained? A black dragon specifically?
That's
Yeah.
correct.
Unfortunately, he says everybody who's seen it, i.e. being inside the orb, is not with us.
Dead, yes.
So we can't verify that it's the same, but it's odd that there's a scale from this massive ancient dragon. You know, there's not too many of those around. Hi, cat. Yes, what can I do for you? So could be related? Anyways, I was telling Kern after we're done with this whole ambassador thing, we should go check out Ravenshook. It could be relevant. Even if it's not, it does seem like it's important. I feel like whatever this cult is trying to do, which is returning the world to, time of turmoil and chaos, rejecting the intervention of the deities and all of that, it's probably a big deal. Probably should be stopped, maybe? Possibly?
Ask Kern, how far out of the way is this place?
It's where we were coming. It's a little bit southeast, and I point to it on the map, and I'm like, if we're here in this town, we'd have to essentially double back a couple of days and go south, and then spend a bit of time searching the area. And honestly, the islands here are not known to stick around or be permanent sometimes, so we might have to wait for it to show up.
Which that also does make sense if this is a point where reality is weak. At the same time, I would like to mention that the Heart of Shadow sounds exactly like one of these focal points. In a place where reality is weak and there's a connection to a realm of shadow.
That sounds like the most promising lead we have on the Heart of Shadow right now, so it makes perfect sense.
Yeah, I agree. I was just wondering if we could maybe hit it before we pick up the ambassador, but that doesn't sound like it's a good idea.
It also seems like it'd be a fairly large project. I mean, we would have to do a lot of investigation on this island. It's going to take some time.
Also, if it's like a wild magic zone or like a wild magic zone, time could get weird in there. And
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you two could end up as teenagers again.
Oh, it's the worst experience of my life. Twice.
Oh, damn.
oh, awesome.
Damn it! It's not as good as my facet.
That's like never happened.
I know. He's very engrossed in the story, even with a less than perfect perception roll, Kern. And you specifically, not just because you're the human lighthouse, but also because you have some experience with this particular sound. There's a reverberation that kind of comes through the walls. The others, you guys may or may not feel it, but it's fairly minute. But Kern, as it hits you, it sets off all kinds of warning bells in your brain. It's definitely a PTSD associated memory. That is the sensation of cannon fire.
Everybody get down! Oh gosh. Yes! Yes! Pirates attacking us.
Wait, what?
I appreciate how this is a yes moment.
Shouldn't we go up top and fight them off? I mean,
like that's what you yell, right? That's what you yell when you hear cannon fire. Get down.
Get down, yeah.
Followed by yes, yes, pirates attacking.
Look, if we play this right, we can come out of this with 2 boats.
And perhaps we should stop talking on the floor and maybe get above deck.
We are
Already gone.
We are
Yeah.
above deck. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so above deck, you can go ahead and roll your perception again, Kurt.
Can I assist for advantage?
You really think Kurt needs advantage?
I mean, after that last roll.
Yes.
Oh my god, Kurt.
I asked before he rolled.
Yeah, you did. Okay, that's fine. Okay, first and foremost, let me move you to a new map. Hang on.
Is it a visual aid?
No, it's a battle map.
It's totes a visual aid. Okay, this is your boat. Your ship down here.
Okay.
And don't see any nearby ships. So that's a positive. But back here, you see the very definite flashes and flares of, again, cannon fire.
All right. Port side cannon fire.
which side is port again?
Left.
I don't know about boats.
All right. Okay. Need to make ourselves a smaller target. Let's force him to chase us. Turn south, or let's go. Turn hard starboard, 90 degrees, and we'll try to get them to chase us.
Oh, do we have like
Stations.
Yeah, what are our stations actually?
We never figured this out.
I'm at the wheel.
Yeah,
I'm
this
at
has
the
never
wheel.
gone over.
I'm the wheel guy.
All right, you're the wheel guy?
Well, under direction from Kern.
Okay. All right, Kern and since you're both driving.
Actually, since it's urgent, maybe I better give up the wheel.
Well, just in case, for all intents and purposes, right now you guys have control of the token.
Wait, there's porpoises here?
Yes, there's porpoises. All intents and purposes. You guys can move. You will, of course, have to make rolls in order to move the ship, etc., etc. But that just keeps me from having to micromanage that. I'll just let you guys move your boat, assuming that you are able to navigate her, as that is a thing. Okay. So, where are we going?
I think our plan right now is to make ourselves a smaller target, since we see them firing that way. Turn south and then try to get a better look, since we don't see a ship out there.
Okay.
I could
All
cast
right.
a firebolt, maybe see if I can light up the area, possibly.
Like a flare.
I heard horse scouting.
Oh, that's not what I meant to
That
do.
is the wrong
That's not what I meant to do. I did not mean to do that.
That's an unfortunate
Boy.
mistake.
The only reason I'm not doing that is because it could potentially have my sister on board.
Okay, that 60-foot radius is not enough to light up wherever the ships might be coming from, I don't think.
But firebolt has 120 feet.
Save that until they come up on us. Otherwise, they can see us well, and we can't see them.
Yeah, you
How
guys
about
lighting off flares.
Lana takes me up on the Pegasus and drops me on board, and I assassinate their captain. Problem solved.
Can I join? I've been wanting to do a boarding thing forever.
Yes. you can join.
No.
All three of you cannot fit on that Pegasus.
Davynn, if you want to get on the horse with me, we can go take a look. I am not taking Stoned Assassin.
I'm sober. I tapped my tattoo.
It's true. He is sober. But
No.
still. Again, your trepidation is not misplaced. Just he is sober.
I feel like we should get more things capable of flight.
All right. What are you guys gonna do?
You guys can go scout out if you want.
I'm getting on the horse, yeah.
Be careful.
All right.
Isn't doesn't Xylund have a horse that can fly now, or no?
It has wings.
It has
Or-
wings.
like-
But it can't
It's
fly.
trying. It's
Okay.
It's trying.
Oh,
Leaves.
oh! I have an owl.
Yeah, you
Owls
told
have night
Stu.
vision.
Yeah, they do.
I am gonna share senses with freaking Natalie, the owl.
All right.
Oh, we already have an owl? Now I start taking apart my homunculus.
So I send out Natalie the owl.
All right. So Lily sending out not only the owl, Lana and Michael, or Lana and Davynn. Are you still gonna do Pegasus run?
Yes.
Yeah, that
Backup?
seems like the thing
Okay.
we do.
Okay.
Be careful.
So,
Yeah, because
It'll be fine.
you identified what 2 points where there's cannon fire.
there's a couple. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be coming from one specific direction. There seems to be a smattering across the board.
Before they take off, I will yell at them to go for the one on the right because I got the one on the left.
You guys are
So we'll
out doing your scouting.
Yeah, we'll take port aft.
Okay. You guys do your little
No,
bombing
Stu, you got
run
the right
here,
one there.
and I will go ahead and show you.
Boat.
Boat.
Boat. Oh, hey, that's our boat.
Oh, that's a lot of boats.
Well,
That's a lot of boats.
Yeah, and
that's
I
a lot
have
of
enough,
boats.
I have enough
Oops.
range to reach all of these. and
Obviously,
still be-
this isn't exactly to scale.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to use our imaginations here because it's a big sea battle. But so this boat here is very similar to yours. It's a caravel style boat. It has taken some significant damage already. Its sails are pretty well in tatters. It's having a hard time, but it is fighting back. It does appear to have some weapons on it, mostly cannon fire. And they are trying to deal with both of these smaller boats simultaneously. These boats, like I said, they are smaller, but they are absolutely armed to the teeth. And they are firing nonstop at the larger boat, and not just because their cannons are fairly far between, but they have a lot of chain shot, and they seem to have ballistas as well.
Oh,
And this
so they're
boat
getting
here, this guy here actually has a landing bridge mounted to the front. This one does not. But they are
Can I?
peppering this larger boat.
Can I see if I can identify anybody with flowing red hair and maybe sparkles?
Nobody jumps out at you, but it's a pretty frenetic scene. Maybe you could roll a perception check if you would like, but you're
Oh,
only
I
gonna be
gotta
able
use-
to see so much.
I
Yeah,
gotta
you
use
have to
owl
use
stats.
your owl specs. Yeah.
Let me see. I mean, guaranteed is better than mine. Perception +3. Wow, that's actually 3 better than mine.
Narrating what you see.
Yeah, of course. I feel like no wait, that's I'm just gonna do this the easy way. Oh, that's a nat 20.
Ooh, It is a nat 20.
For 23.
Or 23 in toto. Like I said, nobody really pops out. I mean, Kern's red hair is a pretty noticeable shade. But again, it is a pretty frenetic as people are up and about, and obviously some of the cannon fire is coming from inside the boats, coming from inside the hull. So there are people that you can't readily see.
I figured if Kern's sister was there, she'd be the captain yelling orders.
Oh,
she just left home.
Oh, so she
Pretty
may not be the captain. She could
you
be.
may not. No,
Okay.
you don't really have any idea.
With that perception roll, can I kind of get a gauge on the situation? Obviously, these 2 smaller boats are the aggressor.
Yes.
but is there anything
Well-
about this caravel? Does it look like it's also a pirate ship, or like
no,
what?
the caravel actually looks again it looks fairly well supplied and fairly well funded. There's a very definite professionalism to the crew. Like everyone seems to have their shit together, and they have their spots, and it's not nearly as chaotic as the smaller boats feel. With your with your nat 20 there, I will also give you a bit of information. These smaller boats are flying colors. They not only have the symbol of Greylock, the steel gray and white and silver of Greylock, but they are also flying the standard of Nasali herself, the silver stag.
The
Right.
small boats?
What
the
is going on here?
Smaller boats are flying Nasali's colors, like specifically Nasali.
That mean we should help them?
Probably.
I don't know.
We need to just
You guys
settle
are
this
flying
situation.
Pegasus. Right. So how do we do this? Do we attack the larger ship? Do we stay out of it? I mean, they seem to have it pretty well handled.
we're going in.
All right.
Hey, yes, but what are we doing?
We'll figure that out on our way.
Do we have cannons?
Yes. I don't know who to fire at though.
We also have
And
several
magic-
people who are basically cannons.
Yes.
I'm
Well,
gonna go fire
you
the
have
cannons.
cannons. You just don't have anyone who knows how to use cannons.
I love this party.
I will go down and
Very
try to
well.
figure out
We got
cannons.
cannons on our ship with none of us knowing how to use them.
I'm
I
an
am
artificer, surely I
And
can
they
figure
and
it
they
out.
they take magic like spell slots for ammunition.
Well, you have some. You do have some standard. Yeah, the shipwright wasn't going to let you leave without like standard bombard.
Yeah.
But the majority of your guns do take magic, and you haven't actually charged them. in
I
any
love
way.
this party.
I am basically a cannon, so if you get me close enough,
Put the tieflings on the horse and see what happens.
Well, so we don't know how many who's who in this right now.
No.
which is why I asked what we're doing.
I think we will go and try to figure that out.
Yeah, okay. So we're headed in that direction. All right.
Yeah.
So you you draw yourself closer to the and then looking for fire. Yeah, that's basically it. So just for a number of reasons, you have 4 of the magical cannons, which are effectively useless to you now.
Yeah.
Because they would take time to charge.
Right.
You also have 4 standardized cannons
Right.
down below that do the usual cannonball, but you don't. That's all you have.
Yeah.
You just have cannonball stones. You don't have any chain shot. You don't have anything.
Right.
You don't have any special ammunition. And you also don't have like the loading bridge or anything else like that. You have the mount for it, but it wasn't really fitted that way because it was assumed that your lightning cannons would be sufficient.
Yeah.
That we never
Yeah.
thought to charge.
So,
I-
but you have not charged them. You've been busy. You haven't really had a chance to charge them.
So are they things like we spend some time each day charging, and then during a fight they have so many shots to fire?
Basically, yeah, they're
Oh.
effectively mounted magical items that you have to attune to and charge.
So
to
you're
keep
telling
them
me
charged.
that for the last few days they've had a magical tiefling on a boat in a lab.
We didn't think that we were going to get into combat right
That was
away.
and Xylund does raise a good point. That was technically his job.
What's
But
that supposed to be?
you guys also weren't actually at sea for terribly long before you went immediately back to land. So
We're bad pirates.
Yeah, but Lily
you're
was
not
on
great
the,
pirates.
Lily
You're
was on the
not.
boat while they were on land. They should have just
Lily
been like,
was-
"Hey, Lily, charge the cannons, please."
You've been in your lab.
I know. I know.
And dorking around in your lab. Yeah, everyone, basically, you guys were just sort of enjoying your boat, and no one really paid
Yeah.
much
That's about it.
attention to that. So, but again, you do have actual cannons.
Yeah.
And I will need to know what everybody is doing, like where you are stationed, at least at the beginning, before we actually get to see combat. So Kern seems to be driving. Xylund, are you actually going to man a cannon?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna try to figure this shit out and try to fire a cannon once it's pointed in the right direction.
Yeah, I'll tell him to man a starboard side cannon.
Which
is right.
side is starboard again?
Right, Xylund, right.
You're right, or am I right?
Shit's
Lily-
right.
Lily is going to be on whatever side of the ship that's going to end up facing whatever we're attacking. She's going to be there preparing to cast
Starboard.
things like disintegrate, because you can use that on stuff to make it, like I could use it on the ship to make it start taking on water. But she's going to have Nautilus flying around for targeting assistance.
Well, if she's doing targeting assistance, then your senses are tied in with hers.
Could I do some kind of duo thing where I'm looking through her eyes, but I'm firing my spells?
That's no.
Then no, she's just gonna
be.
she's just gonna be flying around. I have dark vision.
Okay. All right. So as you guys get closer to the melee, you are of course spotted because you're a big ass little boat. And so this guy here will break away. Pack. He'll do his
We will also be flying our Greylock flag.
Okay.
I feel like that's probably the best route.
I have to agree there.
That's the strat.
Yes.
All right. So I'll do my roll. Okay. I need. Oh, actually, I should probably roll it because it's for the ship. I will roll your initiative for the ship.
How do you? Can I keep
have
track of ship
I will-
stats.
I will tell you what it is, but I have ship stats. Yes. Okay. Let's see. Oh gosh. Ooh, that's not great. Okay. For your information, of going according to the rules that I'm using, you will have. You technically have 24 sections in your hull. If 6 of them get damaged enough, you will sink.
Okay.
So, so that is what we're dealing with here.
Well, now I get to start using my carpentry skills and like leveling up
Yes.
carpentry.
Yes, your carpentry skills are going to come in handy here. All right, so it's a +2 for your initiative. And I rolled a 20, so you guys can thank me later. Which means
Thank
We
you
love you, Erie.
will get to go first.
You're the best.
All right, so these guys don't get to go. That guy gets to go. It's your turn. You get the top of the round action. What
Can I-
would you do?
Can I have thaumaturgy being in Yell parlay?
Yes, you can. You can absolutely do that.
It's the pirate code. None can be harmed under parlay.
The yell parlay.
And then I nod in thaumaturgy. I yell down to Xylund and say, "Hold and wait for my fire."
Did you say fire?
No, don't, no.
Xylund's still trying to figure it out, so he's taking the extra time to, double check all the math.
Just shoving in like spoons and stuff. And
Yeah.
Everything that's down there is going in the cannon.
It's
You
either
actually
gonna explode on itself or.
So then, are you actually going to fire?
No, I will. He
You
was
will
just
hold?
messing around. Yeah.
Making sure. No one else. I mean, you guys aren't super close. As you're definitely not within spell range. But is there anything else you guys would like to do?
Are we getting inadvisably close toward a flying horse, Davynn?
I believe we are, yes.
Perfect.
Xylund, check out the song name. Or Sin, check out the song name.
The what?
The song name that's playing.
That's so appropriate.
Oh. Nice.
All right. So what are you guys doing with your flying horse?
I think we're getting close so that we can respond if they start firing on our ship or something.
Okay. So you guys are still in the air. You guys are still
Yeah.
hanging out there.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
If they could manage to snipe our horse out with a cannon, I'm going to be begrudgingly impressed. Also dead, but impressed.
It's going to be fun. Yeah, the range isn't great, to be fair. But they're also individual people on those ships.
Some of them might have guns.
Some of them probably do.
This will be fun. I will enjoy this.
There's probably clerics who have spells.
Don't be ridiculous. We're the only magic people.
Those
Yeah,
clerics
clearly.
sound like nerds to me.
All right. Here we go. Let's move a little closer. And speaking of spells, here goes nothing. The the sky will darken.
Those sons of bitches!
Everything under control up there?
Sky darkens, thunder rumbles.
See, now I can take control of their storm.
You
I get
can.
an extra D10 on my stuff. So,
Oh,
joke's
you
on them.
So, this round, the storm begins to grow. That's a good roll. It will hit a sail.
One of our sails?
Yep, big crash of lightning comes
That's-
down.
Those sons of bitches!
One of
Those
your
mother sons of bitches!
It starts on fire. No damage to the actual hull. That is their first tick. For their second tick, we need that flappy thing. Yeah, you definitely do. Second tick comes a cannon shot. That sucked. Cannon shot number 2 will hit. This is a chain shot. Again, it's not super accurate. So it hits the sail rather than the boat itself, but it does manage to effectively rip holes in your sail.
I can fix that!
So you're starting to get quite a few rips, and it is beginning to burn slightly.
So is it these guys firing on us?
These guys?
Hold on. These guys.
Which one? Sorry.
Yeah, it's these guys here that are firing on you.
Rude?
And for their last tick, we will do. Oh yeah, my favorite one. That's 10 plus 4. Oh, that's gonna hit. This will actually hit the side of your ship. So you see, it looks like a medicine ball, almost like the big gym style medicine balls. But it's about that size, and it looks like it's got some kind of rough leather type case. But it slams into the front here, this hull bit here, and all you smell is the smell of burning, as pitch or something or whatever smacks into the side and begins to spread, catching fire when it hits contact with the air.
Captain, should we return fire?
I-
Turn.
Fire!
Was that fire?
Fire.
I
We
fired.
gotta wait for our turn.
Go for your turn, but yeah, you fire. These guys go. Again, you see cannon fire coming from the other caravel, targeting mostly the back of the ship, although there is some sort of ballista fire coming off the back. They too seem to have some sort of cleric or magic user on board who is effectively causing the water to churn fairly violently in this direction. Not quite sure what he's doing, but something bad's coming over here. And then this boat looks like it's trying to ram, but the churning water is making it difficult for it to do that. So instead, you just see the pockmarks of fire going on, and it is your go.
All right. I'll yell, fire. Down.
All right, Xylund.
And then I'll look to Lillian's like, I'll give you support. I'm gonna take care of the burning here.
All right. I should probably get some spells to help with that, but that's later. How far away are we from this small ship here?
You're within cannon shot distance, so you're within about 300 feet.
Shit, can't we be closer?
No. Next
Damn
round.
it, why did you take Davynn?
Because he wanted to go.
I am useful on a ship.
We can drop you back off.
That's not how that works.
On the other ship.
Ah.
All right, Xylund. Xylund, first, please roll a strength roll. Just a strength roll, not a check.
Okay. Come on. Oh.
Oh no.
Okay.
This is exactly what I was expecting.
I'll give you a second one. Because
Another strength check?
Yeah, because it actually took you 2 rounds before you did it.
Even better.
You can't fire.
You're not strong enough.
Cannon's broken.
Can't lift the cannonball.
Okay.
You can't get it into the cannon.
Davynn.
Shit. Wait, hold on. What else can we fire? Do we have forks around?
You would have to go get them because he's down below.
Can he fire his helmet? That thing's like.
Are you kidding?
He'd rather die than let him.
Yeah.
He would climb in before he'd let his helmet go.
Siri, can you let me know when we get to within 150 feet?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you're just.
I see someone had the exact same thought.
So.
I think
I'm on a horse.
I think mine's probably a bit different, but it's the same range.
All right. So Xylund is still fiddling with the cannonballs down below, trying desperately to get one loaded. Yes, totally. Good job, Xylund.
It's a 2-man job. It's a fault in the design.
And then I will get this up and running.
All right, Kern. Show what you can do. Control water. What would you like to do?
Right now, I am trying to get seawater up to stop the burning on the ship, so that we don't start taking too much more damage.
All right. Fair enough.
And then I can also kind of do what hopefully this ship over here is doing, and like start controlling crap after I try to douse the flames.
All right. So you do manage to put out the fire. It has done some damage, but not enough to render that whole bit useless. Like it's still retaining a little bit of water, but it's not going to be flooded.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Lily,
Yes.
what would you like to do?
Are we within 150 feet?
You are not. You are still only within 300.
I'm gonna. Okay. In that case, let's see what I got. Everything is within Everything is all like 150 or under. Okay. I'm going to use Nautilus to, I guess, scout that ship right there. Since that's all I can do right now. Yeah, I'm basically just gonna fly by that ship. You said these ones are running the flag of Nisali, right?
Yeah, the smaller ones have the flag of Nisali.
Okay, never mind. I'm gonna use thaumaturgy and be like, "What the hell are you idiots doing?"
What was that, Kern?
What? I don't know what I was saying.
Okay. All right. So Lily has yelled. Lana and Davynn.
Wow, really? Lily's really angry at Xylund back there.
Yeah, I wonder what that's about. Can I see the jackass who hit our ship with lightning?
Well, it's difficult to tell which jackass it is. There are probably about half a dozen people on top of the deck. This one doesn't have much of a hold. So almost all of their cannons are actually topside. You can probably pinpoint if you got a little closer, but you would definitely be within shooting range.
I have a terrible survival instinct, so I want to know who summoned a freaking storm on our head.
Take us in. I'm with you to the end.
Oh.
I will angle the Pegasus.
In fact, if you could kind of drop me off, I've been wanting to jump onto a ship.
Are you sure?
Yes, this is gonna be so cool for Dad.
I am
All right.
not, but that's not stopped me before.
All right, you trust me, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Let me double read this real fast to confirm that I can do this. All right, jump.
Davynn basically slides directly off the horse.
And then I'm gonna snipe a dude.
Okay, which ship are you boarding, Davynn?
I believe the one that's closer to us, yeah?
The one that was firing
boarding
upon
the enemy ship.
Yes.
Okay, all right, give me one.
What is a survival instinct? We don't have that here.
All right, one sec.
Oh, take an inspiration as you go. Okay, bye.
Thanks, love you.
Bye.
You didn't say
never-
bye.
And he was never seen again.
I actually have a really janky way to get him back on the horse in a pinch, which I may demonstrate with Lightning Asshole in a moment.
Ooh.
But I think right now Eerie is calculating splat damage.
Probably not splat damage.
He is Featherfold. More, how many crossbows will this boy get shot in the head with?
Or
I
maybe
was
because,
assuming something
or
along
maybe
the
because
lines
we're on
of
the ocean, she's calculating whether or not he misses the target and lands in the ocean, and by how far.
I will find this hilarious. This is better than my backup plan, I promise you.
Okay, thank you for holding. Davynn.
Yes, how dead am I? Oh, another map.
Which token now?
Any
Buddy?
maps? That's a lot of dudes!
Okay.
I mean, some of them are preoccupied with firing
Yes.
cannons.
Yeah, some of them will
Oh.
have to fire.
Emphasis on some.
I'm having issues dragging my token in.
Oh.
Ah,
There
got
we
it.
go.
Got it? Okay, there you are. Said.
So I'm just gonna assume that I'm not in the ocean and am in fact on the ship.
Yes. You managed to land on the ship. No fall damage, but you are now on the ship, which is not exactly stable. They have taken some damage. They are sinking, but they are sinking very, very slowly. So you're not in immediate danger. But they're also making no attempt to fix this.
Now that I'm a bit closer up, can I get a better idea of who these people are? Do they look like official sailors, privateers, or do they look like maybe they're flying a false flag?
Oh, these people are flying a false flag.
Yeah,
they have no armor to speak of. Their weapons are definitely functional, but they are not at all professional issue. These guys are clearly pirates / bandits. You would be very surprised if they were associated with Greylock in an official capacity. It also doesn't help that there's a pile of armor and one dead dude that has been thrown in this corner over here, as well as several chests that have been left up top, because again, they don't have much of a hull underneath, much of a hole underneath. So they have multiple chests, boxes, supplies that are basically just been stacked along the walls. These guys are very clearly raiders.
All right. So I would like to land basically like here, where I'm a bit clear from everybody. And as I land on the deck, I'm going to say, "Hey, fellas! Don't recognize you guys from Nice Ollie's Guard, but you know what? You guys must be new. Let me break you in." And I'm going to take out my spike chain and slash it at the guy with the crossbow. There.
All right.
This is going to go so poorly. I'm so excited.
Oh, that'll definitely hit.
Okay.
That's a good hit.
I would like to note this is actually green flame chain. It just has the same damage numbers, except it's fire.
Okay, that's fine.
All right, so that is 24 to hit, and 8 points piercing, 5 points fire to that guy. Plus, the guy next to him is going to take another 13 fire damage on top of that.
All right.
Hey, Davynn.
Yes?
Davynn, I needed a duck!
Okay.
All right. Got it.
And then for my move action, I will duck.
Then you will duck. Okay. Anna.
Let me know if I should be putting myself off the side of the map here. Otherwise...
Yeah. Go ahead and put yourself on here, in this case I'm going to shoot at you.
I don't have a cool Pegasus token, unfortunately.
That's okay. Here, I will. I have.
Just put me wherever. Yeah. Well, I did tell Davynn to duck, so over here.
You did tell them.
And then my gut instinct says Jerkcaster is right here, so I'm going to snipe him.
Yeah, he seems to be the only one without a weapon, so that's a good.
Yeah, I always target the people without weapons. That's why Lily dies first.
Damn.
Oh, yes.
I've had this for like 3 months, and I think one of those will hit. Oh, I love my pretty horse. Look at that horse.
Yeah, there's your temporary horse.
It's gorgeous.
Yes.
Yep.
I tried.
Well,
beautiful.
One is not quite enough for what I wanted, but it'll do.
Okay.
Push.
Did I get a save, or is it just a push?
It's just a push.
Push. Oh, splash. He's off. Now he's in the water. It does kind of look like Xylund's horse, but yeah, it can't fly, so Knowles is better. All right. Very cool. That guy's in the water. Make a note of that. All right, so that's everybody. It is now their turn. Here we go. That guy's on fire. That's not good, so we're going to put him out. That guy is also on fire. This guy is not. Do you have Pegasus stats handy? Or should I look them up real quick?
Yeah, I got him.
Okay. What's your AC?
Give me half a moment.
Pegasus is
AC is shit. I assume it hits. It's 12.
Oh, yeah. That's gonna hit.
My poor little horse.
Aww. All right.
Thankfully, he's not real.
Wow.
Well, that's not a whole ton of damage. That's 10 points piercing damage on the first one.
Yeah, it's still here.
Yeah.
Pegasus are beefy-ish for steeds. It's gonna be really fun when we get stranded on a sinking ship, Davynn.
So 10 points of damage, and then gonna have to reload because it is a crossbow and not a gunpowder weapon. But that guy's overboard, so we gotta deal with him in a second. Chiki's gonna continue to fire. So we'll roll that. That's a really crap roll. I disapprove. Hi, Davynn.
Hello.
Hey, sir. Hello. God, if I could roll above a 10, that would be awesome. Oh, there's one. Okay. What is your current AC?
21?
Is it still the 25 with shield?
Jesus.
Yeah, 26 with shield now.
Jesus!
6.
That's like a dragon AC.
Yeah, no, I felt pretty safe dropping into these people.
Wow. Pride cometh before the fall.
You
Jeez.
guys are badass.
I think this is
mean,
pride after the fall, specifically.
No
already
mistaking that. No, actually, you will have to activate your shield, but that won't hit, and the first one missed entirely because I can't roll for poop.
Boop.
Yeah, these guys are having a bad time of things, unfortunately, because that guy's on fire. So I have to put them out. The cleric, though, can still do stuff, and stuff we shall do.
Jerk.
Let's cast a spell. For funsies. I know you're gonna dig.
Gurgle, gurgle, gurgle.
I did this just for you. Let me check this out. One action. Yeah. We're gonna summon a friend. Just for funs. Yeah, I figured you can. But for now, he is above water enough that he can conjure up. Now, this isn't exactly a dinosaur.
Sure it's not. We'll talk about this later.
I just want to know that whatever this is, it is now available for polymorph.
That is exactly what I was getting at.
It is. I will allow it just because I think it's funny. Let me get a good picture of this guy because he's
about
super...
3 stories tall and a crustacean from the Paleozoic era.
No. He's much cuter.
Is it
Yeah.
from
We don't have any-
somewhere in
we don't-
Scotland and also kind of like a cryptozoological creature?
Almost. Like you're in the right direction. You're getting warmer.
Are they gonna go around asking? Is this thing gonna ask for 350 all the time?
Maybe it might ask for tree fitting. We'll see. Let me get it loaded here. I wasn't sure I was gonna have to use this, but apparently I am. Here we go.
Is this like a
All right,
Mosasaurus kind of deal?
It's your time to shine.
Show me the boy. That looks like a Mosasaurus. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Wrong teeth.
Make him bigger.
If it had teeth, it would be a Mosasaurus.
This is
And
technically
it's an
plesiosaur,
unhingeable jaw.
but we will conjure this good boy right there. So now he is between this boat. Actually, I should put him over here then. He is between the landing bridge here, the landing dock here, and your guys' boat. But he is big enough that you can see, at the very least, his head and neck come above the hull. though. You
I may have to turn into this
aware.
before the end of this combat.
But
Oh, you can do that.
Jump off.
Just
jump
jump.
off and then turn into it midair and just slam down on the boat.
Yeah,
Look,
like
the backup plan is to create what's the size category above huge?
gargantuan.
no,
Create a
you're right.
gargantuan elk and then just drop it on the ship. Like that's a thing we can do.
I was gonna say, I
Okay.
think 3.5 had the blue whale airdrop.
Yes. Yes,
Very
it was a-
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Yeah.
it is. And bowl of petunias. Okay, so that these guys get to go. Those guys are now out, so that's good. Okay. Yeah, I know. He's so cute. And then we
Lily
will
wants
do-
to fight it.
and do damage there.
Anyway, she's not wrong. It's not technically a dinosaur, but I will accept this.
Actually, not a dinosaur, but it is
A
close
large
enough
swimming reptile.
that you would enjoy it.
Oh yes. So does this mean anything that's not technically a dinosaur is up for grabs?
I'm trying to figure out what spell that he has that I can cast that'll do that.
Oh, you don't know?
I don't
Maybe
know.
he's not purely a cleric.
Sounds like a lame person.
Yeah, it sounds like he has the nerdy kind of magic rather than the cool divine magic.
Yeah.
Wait! Don't make me fight you too!
Hey, I'm an arcane
So-
caster. It's okay.
All right. Then we'll get that. Pull up some water there. Okay. So it is back to your guys' point in the. My brain is gone. Initiative. Thank you. For some reason, I
wait.
kept on saying station.
I think I have polymorph for free.
Yep. You do?
Oh shit!
All right. So your initiative. What do you want to do?
Let me see how far away this is. How far away I can do this.
Yeah. Kern, if you can't get me over there, I'm pretty sure I can get myself over there. I completely forgot I had this thing.
Okay. Yeah, in that case, I can make a whirlpool, like right here, doing the buffeting thing that
Mm-hmm.
water can do. Yeah, the whirlpool that's 50 feet square, 25 feet deep.
Mm-hmm.
And anything trapped in there, they can try to swim against it, but they need to make a DC 17 athletics check.
Okay.
Swim against it. On a failed save, they take 2d8 bludgeoning damage and are caught in there until the spell ends.
Right.
And then they can use their actions to try to swim out of it. And
Okay.
anytime they're trapped in it, they take 2d8 bludgeoning.
Okay.
For my bit, Eerie, how far away are we now?
Are you still going forward, Kern?
Yes.
Okay. You will be within 150 feet.
Awesome! Wait, I can only do one thing, can't I?
I don't know what you can do.
Because, like, I want to polymorph and get my ass over there. Because I only got one spell that can be used at 150 feet. But I also want to use this thing.
So you-
Okay. 30 feet of the first target. Okay. Well, so we're within 150 feet of the boat, right? Chain
Oh.
lightning.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
It's half damage on a successful save. And are the distances on here accurate?
Yeah, this is on here, our standard battle map. Yeah.
Okay. So 1, 2, I think it's 3. Let me just put the actual spell description. Whoops. There.
Or
So, bolt of lightning arcs towards the target of your choice that you can see within range. 3 bolts then leap from that target to as many as 3 other targets, each of which must be within 30 feet of the first target. So
your
that's 1, 2. Those I should be able to hit these 3, right?
Well, this guy's actually in the water.
But he's within 30 feet of this target, right?
Yeah.
Because it's within 30 feet of the original target. So I should be able to hit these 4? Or should I aim for somebody on the ship and then try and hit 3 targets there?
I don't think you'll be able to hit anybody outside of maybe this person on the ship. If you hit this person, you have to account for the space between him and the...
But if okay. And if I aim at this guy, I could hit these 3.
Yeah, but I would give them an advantage given how far away they are. Because the range of the spell is 100.
I think the original 4 makes sense because also the guy in the water might have a concentration save to pop.
Okay. So you think I can only hit these 2 then, based on distance?
Based on distance, well, if you can get that guy, I will let you get all 3.
Okay.
It's just, yeah, if you want to hit the adorable plesiosaur, I guess.
Oh hell yeah, I want to hit that. I wanted to fight that as soon as it showed up.
Phrasing.
Okay.
Also that.
So I'm gonna pull out a piece of amber. Look up at the storm, kind of flip it off, start chanting, then like just point my finger with the hand holding the piece of amber, and just launch this massive bolt of lightning at this guy. And then arc it towards these 3. So that'll be 39 damage or half damage on a successful save.
Yeah. Like, you gotta teach me how to do that.
Oh, that sends tingles up my spine. If you get us closer, I can hit more. I can cast this one more time.
Chuck tingles.
Okay, so that's a save. That is not a save. That is a save. 20. Ouch.
And if this guy is concentrating on anything, I want to.
Oh, he loses concentration. You lose your lightning storm.
I don't.
Well, that we can take from. Yeah.
Yes. Which you will definitely lose. Because that's a big chunk of damage. Okay. Alright. That's a fail. Ouch. Okay. Alrighty. Everyone is still on their feet, but the woman up front with the hook got hit really, really hard. Their gunner got hit really hard.
Does she have red hair or not?
Oh no,
Okay.
she does not. None of these people have red hair. No. They're all significantly older. If not as well.
How's big boy Plesiosaur looking?
He's fine. Don't worry about him. He's good.
He's like, oh, that
Good
tickled.
boy.
Also, since they're in water, does this guy take any extra damage?
No.
No.
Aww.
Water is a surprisingly good insulator.
Yeah.
We've had this conversation many times.
Xylund, you want to try and fire the cannon again there, buddy?
Yeah, I'm gonna fire the cannon and it's gonna go this time.
Alright, you gonna roll your strength?
God damn it.
I'm so sorry.
Do I get another chance?
Yes,
I said fire, Xylund! Fire!
Cannon's broken!
Fire!
Oh boy.
Someone made the cannon wrong. I'm coming up.
Holy shit! What the fuck is this?
God damn it.
Alright. Are you going topside? Have you given up on the cannon?
Yeah, I'm stomping upstairs. Great goat buggering, grinning.
Stupid again. All right, so you're back topside. We'll let these guys do their thing. Davynn, I'm sorry, I forgot Lana and Davynn. Lana and Davynn.
Davynn just saw that giant arc of lightning that came across the bow of the ship. And so he had a plan, but now he's less enthusiastic about it. So he's going to very half-heartedly swing off the side of the ship, holding on to rigging and stuff. And then just cast a quickened lightning bolt. No, it's not a big deal, because clearly somebody else is better at lightning.
I mean, oh, just
Amazing.
wait. I got another one coming next turn.
Down this way to hit these three.
Okay. Good. That's gonna hurt.
Oh, wait, hold on. I don't know how to make it run the thing correctly. Anyways, it's 8d6 of damage and a spell save of 16.
God damn it, I can't roll above a 7, so it doesn't really matter, now does it?
Oh, that's a good roll.
That is a good
So,
roll.
anybody who failed takes 25 damage, half damage on a successful save. I've still got my full normal action, and with said full normal action, I will just unload with my spike chain on the guy who tried to hit me. And does a 16 hit?
On this guy here?
Yes.
Yes, the 16 will hit.
Alright, so in addition, 22 points of piercing damage to him, and he's gonna yell back over the din of the storm, which will probably not go heard by anybody except for the people next to him. Well done, Lily! My lightning. Nailed it.
Alright, Lana.
I hear none of this because I am far away, and I will just pew pew pew.
Alright, who are you gonna pew?
Oh, those
pew?
people are dead. Oh my gosh, I killed them all.
Yeah, you watched with Davynn get in position and then just drop these three.
Jeez, Davynn.
Notice Lana has no appreciation for my badass lightning.
I have a feeling the other guys may not fight to the end now that their three buddies have turned to ash, so I'm not actually going to shoot them. Just fly over for pickup for Davynn.
They damaged our ship. No mercy.
No, I don't do that.
All right, so you're.
I can't actually bring the horse, but yes.
Oh yeah, I forgot. There we go.
Lana jumps off the horse and glides over under her own power.
At this point, basically, yeah.
Pretty much.
Okay, so you're coming in for a pickup. It is their go, although they are looking pretty sad.
Now might be a good time to stop.
This dude he's just boned. I just feel bad for him. That cleric is done for. There's just no way. No matter what you roll, he's gonna eat shit in that whirlpool.
Yeah, I was about to say, he's in a whirlpool. He's been hit by flame and lightning.
Yeah, he's got no hope, and I can't roll to save my soul, apparently. So he's definitely down. He can't escape that whirlpool. Which, of course, ends the lightning storm, but this guy's still here.
Awesome. I still get to fight it.
Kaiju battle.
Kaiju battle.
No, we must tame it.
It's going for the ship.
It's
Oh,
gotta
fine.
make an athletic check to get out of the whirlpool.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it has no problem getting out of the whirlpool at all. And then it dives, so you can't see it anymore. But you do get let's roll this thingy here. Well, that's not bad. That'll hit.
Oh man, I got a perfect spell for that fucker if it gets close enough.
Those of you that are still on your ship, definitely feel the impact as something fairly large and probably angry slams into the bottom, rocking all of you. Kern, you're at the wheel, so you're okay. But Xylund and Lily, who are topside, please make a dex save.
Oh shit. I'm good at these. So good at these. Look at that amazing roll. I'm fantastic.
My gosh, Lily. Okay. Well, Lily.
Will I go overboard?
You are overboard. Xylund, you are safe. The plan you had for the hull was to put basically plating underneath that you could electrify.
Yeah.
Plating was there, but they didn't have the technology to do the actual electrification, much like your cannons. They could build what you asked them to, but they couldn't make them work.
What you're saying is I failed to charge the hull as well.
I'm saying that the hull was not charged, but you would still have to like piece out how to do that. The cannons were one thing, but the hull you never really got to look at. So yeah, Lily, you are overboard, madam. I apologize. Good luck with that.
I mean, as long as I have a clear line of sight to this creature.
No, you don't have any line of sight on that creature. It's underwater. You don't know where it is. You're happy.
Become the creature. You know you want to.
Okay, that is not a hit. That's actually pretty shitty. So is that. Good God. Alright, these people suck. Attack of opportunity, Davynn, if you wish to avail yourself of it.
Absolutely. Booming chain.
Ah. Oh, yeah. Oh, that dude is done.
Oh, wait. Oh, okay. Well, never mind then.
Yeah, I was gonna say, he
I don't
has
know the
very little
extras.
left in him. He is donezo. And then this individual will wheel the cannon around to face y'all.
Uh-huh.
And fires.
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
Okay. I'm gonna need to know. I know your AC, Davynn. Lana, what is yours?
18?
Okay.
This could go well.
Oh dear. Okay. Bar. Okay. Okay. Oh dear. This is gonna be.
This is what I get for showing mercy.
Told you.
You were right. No quarter.
That is 35 points of damage to each of you.
Ooh,
Cool. I think
Nice.
I'm in the water now. I don't think you stay on a horse after that.
I don't think your horse can stay up after that.
Hilariously, the horse is still alive, but I think it would drop out of the
Horse
sky.
go make a dex save.
Yeah. Fine greater steeds are surprisingly sturdy.
Yes.
Well, they're graders.
Yeah, they are greater. And again, this, just to clarify, this is chain shot and not a cannonball, which is why the effect was
Sploosh.
spread out like a shotgun. Yeah, you're definitely going down.
Would it be safe to say that
Sploosh.
shield would not have saved me?
Well, you
Shield
don't
would not have
actually-
saved you on this,
You use your
unfortunately.
reaction to hit the guy.
Oh, yep, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it wouldn't have mattered anyway. This would have exceeded your shield. So yeah, unfortunately, full damage.
It's one of those
that
days,
one.
isn't it?
Those days.
We're just making episode
can't
titles
talk.
left and right here.
I know. It's terrible. So Lana, you're in the water. Davynn, go ahead and make a dex save as well, since you're on the edge
Okay.
there. Yeah, you're fine. Ponyta,
Hey, that's a band name.
No,
So yep,
that is not. Brisket is not called that.
That name is banned.
Oh, you guys are no fun. Okay, so back you hear shouts and screams and a little mayhem going on over there as the larger boat, the Caravel, seems to be winning its skirmish with the smaller boat, but has taken a lot of damage.
Yeah.
But they seem to be winning up north. With a lot of cannon fire. They have stopped firing on the smaller boat, perhaps sensing that their help is not needed, and have concentrated fully on the other raider ship up there. So they're doing their own thing. It is your go.
Okay.
Lily, are you okay? Do you need help up or no?
Just catch me, and I'm gonna cast levitate on myself.
Okay.
And levitate. Is it like 20 feet up to the thing of the ship?
Oh yeah.
More than?
I don't think much more than, no.
All right. I'm gonna levitate myself as high as I can in one turn, holding my hand out for Kern to catch me.
Okay.
Come and get you.
So you're back on the ship now, thankfully.
Where
Alright.
is that fucker?
That's effectively your turn then.
I know.
Let me double check what the control water can do again while I have it up.
Xylund, what are you thinking about, buddy?
I'll look around.
Drugs.
I'll say to Kern, so you said you could send me somewhere? Can you send me to that other boat?
Sure. I can redirect flow of water, so if you jump in, it should be
In
able to
your
like,
heavy plate mail.
No, it's compact now. It's
Yeah,
skin
remember
tight.
he
Yeah.
changed it. Yeah.
no,
I'm sorry. Wait, what? Never
Yeah.
mind. Keep going. I don't want to think about Xylund and skin tight armor.
Pardon?
I hate it.
Now I can redirect flow of the water to get you to the other ship down there if you would like.
All right, let's go.
All
I'll
right.
jump in the water.
Okay. Athletics check.
Oh, come on. Let's just say I make it.
I'll give you an advantage. Hey,
Look at
there you go. You jump into Kern's flow, I guess. And...
Phrasing!
yeah. Basically, Xylund is becoming Shira.
This episode title should honestly be phrasing.
And then Kern is Mermista in this situation. So yes, you're able to jump in and make your way over to the boat. If you want to put yourself on the boat, you certainly can. The landing point would be somewhere in this area.
And the whirlpool is gone now as well.
Okay,
I'm
the whirlpool's
concentrating. I'm not using my action to continue it.
Okay.
Are you sending me to this boat?
No, I thought I was sending you to the other boat.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Oh, which boat?
The one that is not full of dead people.
The
other
other
smaller.
Caravel?
I thought I was sending him to the other raider ship.
Oh, you can.
Is that where you want, or do you want to go to the Kern?
No, that's where I wanted to go to where the action was.
Okay, yeah. He wanted to do the same thing that Dad.
To this raider ship or to the other raider ship, which is quickly
Other
sinking?
raider ship. Other
Okay.
raider ship. Like it might take a bit of time for him to get
Yeah,
there, but
it'll take you a turn or so to get over there, because
Did you
you
just
are.
say it was quickly sinking?
But
It's fine. Don't worry
Yeah.
about it.
can, if you want, make it to the Caravel.
In one turn? Or does it look like they've been boarded at all?
Oh no, quite the opposite. They have pretty much trounced this guy here. Is quickly sinking. The Caravel has taken on significant damage, but it is still up. So you can
Okay.
Caravel.
this island can be our first interaction with them.
Oh,
All right,
God.
send me over
Yes.
there.
This is a good idea.
All right.
I'll go
He's a
check
paladin.
to
He has high charisma.
In
I have
theory, So, all right. So you're riding the waves over to the caravel. Lily's made it back on board to your ship. Kern, you have. Is that your action then to
repel him.
To move him? Okay. Anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
Get Lily safely on board.
Right. You got Lily on board. Okay. Lily is good.
Sopping wet and pissed.
Alive. Davynn.
Lana, are you okay? All right, cool. Then watch this. So I imagine that Davynn basically hung on by whipping the chain around the railing. And so he's going to use that to like run back up the side of it, and he's going to try to leap on the person who just fired the cannon at us.
Okay. That's fine.
And boom, boom, boom.
Oh my gosh!
Boom.
He's dead.
4 attacks.
Don't even bother rolling. He's dead.
Yeah.
Where the hell are you getting?
From action search.
Jesus.
That chain is like a blur.
Go ahead and roll damage because those are all going to hit. Actually, the 12 wouldn't, so 3.
Okay, 27 damage total.
Yeah, she's done for. Between the lightning and that,
I mean, after all of her friends died and she got hit by lightning, she honestly was kind of too stupid to live if she kept fighting.
Well, her options were jump in the water with the whirlpool, go down with the ship, or maybe take out the assholes. No way. There's no surrender.
Actually, can I non-lethal with the spike chain?
No, you cannot non-lethal with the spike chain.
Okay, but I have a great description for how one could non-lethal with a spike chain.
How do you non-lethal with a spike chain?
Instead of hitting the last hit with the spike part, it like wraps around their head and just like Davynn pulls and slams the head.
Spike chain?
Cannon. It's not all spiked. It's just the end that's spiked.
I don't know about that. I don't think you can non-lethal with a spike chain.
All right, that's fair.
Maybe with a whip, but not with a spike chain.
Okay. So
okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's okay. We're basically done. Let me. Okay, so you have murderized everybody on the boat. Lana.
I would like to get out of the water now.
Okay.
I think my horse would too.
Okay. Your horse will come and assist you since your horse is still kicking. They will assist you out of the water.
Alright. Davynn, you want to get off the sinking boat?
Yeah, I guess. But that was also pretty metal. I love that.
Lana will look slightly unnervingly at this person that he just beat to death with a spike chain. And say nothing.
Alright. So, you guys are leaving the ship entirely?
Do you want to snag some of the belongings of that one dead dude? Because that might be important.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Armor. Nothing that looks particularly valuable or useful, but there are 2 chests that both have the mark of Greylock. They have Seal of Greylock on them. You can take, and then there's also some random supply boxes that look more like ship supplies than necessarily specified kingdom property. You can take whatever it is that you'd like.
Can we take all of it, or is that too much to fit on the Pegasus?
You could.
I have a bag of holding.
Yeah, with the bag of holding, nothing is. Obviously, the crates would be too large. You'd have to open them and take things out piecemeal. But the chests are not too large for the bag of holding.
We're also going to be scavenging this ship for repairs, so it's not like it's the last time we'll be on here.
And as far as I'm aware, this ship's not actually sinking. We didn't damage it that much.
No, it is not. It's just
So
full
if
of
you
gold.
want to just hang tight on the ship and wait for us to get there, we can take all of it.
Sounds good.
Okay.
We will do that.
All right. So we will exit combat for the moment. That was
Xylund.
yes.
I love Xylund.
It was clearly the plan here. We get out of combat mode, and instead go to our aftermath here. Xylund, you have now arrived on the far-flung ship, the Caravel, as it finishes taking down the other raider.
Does water flow end with a water spout to get me onto the ship, or do I just have to bang on the side until they?
No, you can you can make it over there. Like you can get on of your own volition.
Okay.
Yeah, you can get on of your own volition, which again is a bit surprising to the actual folks on this ship, who are a little disturbed.
Oh, there. We're here to help. In fact, we just saved you. You're welcome.
They look uneasily from one to the other before an older man comes forward, dressed in something akin to a badge of office. He is dressed a little bit nicer than the crew members who pulled swords. An older guy, probably early 50s. He's got the beginnings of salt and pepper hair, definitely turning whiter towards the top, and a beard, but not like a well done beard, more like a we've been at sea too long kind of beard. So he approaches and tells the men to lower their swords a little bit, but then he pulls a pistol and points it at you. Your name?
Xylund Scythewind. Or Scythewing, I mean. Oh, Scythewind. That's pretty good, too. Nope, Scythewing for now.
Okay, kind of looks at you a little odd. And who are you exactly?
Who are you? I quickly glance around. Is there any signs of like Greylock amongst these people? Or...
No. This ship doesn't fly colors necessarily. And their sail's been absolutely tattered. Yeah, they don't fly any insignia that you recognize at all.
We're on a diplomatic mission for Her Grace Nasali, but we're actually like on a diplomatic mission for Her Grace Nasali, unlike these other guys, these imposters who are attacking you.
Oh, they were imposters. Well, thank you for enlightening me. I wouldn't have known. He tucks his gun.
Unless this is some kind of fiendishly clever plot for us to earn your trust by... but it's not.
All right. Where are the rest of you?
They're over there just cleaning up.
Maybe you should speak to the captain.
Okay.
So he takes you over to the direction of the captain's quarters. We will jump back over to the other crew for a second just to get that wrapped up. So you guys are planning to salvage what you can from the bandit ship?
Yep.
That's the plan?
Pretty much.
I'm gonna use shape water to pull all the water out of my clothes and hair and dry off a bit.
All right. So while Xylund is parlaying with his new friend and traveling to the ship itself, you guys have ample opportunity to pull off any supplies, including the chests that you would like. The supplies themselves are mostly, like I said, they're sort of basic rations, rope, bits of cloth, things that you would expect a sailing ship to have on it. which are, useful in their own way. But just other than the chest, there doesn't seem to be anything particularly exciting. But there is plenty that you can use to repair your own ship, as well as extra rope and things.
Are the imposters carrying anything? Like
carrying anything? Not really. Their weapons are not great quality. The things that they do have seem to have been, lifted from other soldiers, and then when they break, they're just sort of tossed in a corner. These
no
guys
money?
well, there's the chests. They personally don't carry anything.
Damn.
You are able to salvage all of that and pull it onto your boat. As well as any actual physical, like wood and things like that you might find helpful. Then go ahead.
To repair the boat they set fire to.
Oh yeah. They did. They enjoyed doing that as well. So once you have collected your bounty, I assume you're headed over to the other caravel?
Yep.
Okay. Which is fairly easy now that the waters are a lot calmer, absent, whirlwinds and what have you. So as you arrive, the other caravel, and what's called the Nessus, which I will put in chat, according to the side of the boat, actually throws out a gangway for you, so you can cross without having to use a water spout.
Yeah.
And you guys, the rest of you, are ushered over to where Xylund and his new friend have gathered in front of the captain's quarters. Door's still shut. The older gentleman knocks once. There's no response. He knocks again, calling out "Captain," and there's no response. He knocks a third time. Absolutely no response. This time the sun has begun to set. People are going about their ways. There's a real storm on the horizon this time, just in the background, giving you the momentary flashback of cannon fire as the older gentleman, in frustration, finally kicks open the door to the captain's quarters, walks inside, comes back out almost immediately, looking paler than he went in, a hand to his face, where he announces to you that the captain is dead.
From what?
Yeah, it wasn't me. I just got here.
And that's where we will end. For partially the sake of Noel, and partially because our next adventure is going to be our Halloween adventure, and we will figure out this murder mystery.
Ooh,
Whoa, Smokey!
spooky pirate ship murder mystery.
Oh shit. You know what I'm just realizing? It's been like a year since we did the hags, because wasn't that our last Halloween adventure?
Oh no, the last Halloween adventure was when you were a cat, and
Oh yeah, the shape changing.
you guys went to the
That's what I meant.
Yeah, that was last year's Halloween adventure.
Yeah,
where
our
you guys
little
were-
detour to go find Badger took a long time.
Yes,
Yeah.
but you got cool stuff.
Yeah.
It took like a year. Jeez.
Yeah.
Yes, it did. But you got to be a pony.
Yeah, I did.
You did, and
I got to be
yeah.
a cat in a mostly peaceful lifestyle that,
And it gave us one of our best titles ever.
The big black cock.
Black Cock Slap. Which is still one of my favorites. But yes, we will end on this cliffhanger with the murder of the captain of the Nessus. If you guys would like to bust open your treasure, you may do so. And I can give that to you now, or we can wait till next session. It's up to you.
Let's do it now so that we remember.
Okay.
It was great seeing you guys finally.
All right.
All right. See ya.
So in the chest, there is a grand total of 12,000 gold pieces.
Ooh, 12,000. Let me write that down.
Holy cow.
This is like so much money.
That's a lot.
Yes.
12,000?
12,000 in gold.
Can we
That's
divvy
like
it-
300% more gold than we had.
So, could we divvy up at least a portion of it to the party so that we have some spending money and then the rest can go into party funds?
Yeah.
Because I have 0 money.
Yeah,
Same. I
well,
had to pay
we-
taxes.
Yeah.
There are responsibilities that come with owning property, Davynn.
Yeah, I can do it. We can do that at the end. Yeah. Just
So
so
you-
I have it written down.
We can do the actual divvying next session when Noel's here.
Yeah, whatever you
it's
guys
just-
want to do, it's fine. But there is a glut of gold. There's 12,000 gold. And these are all very clearly, minted in Greylock. They're Greylock currency. There's also several bundles of letters that are addressed to the heads of various churches. They appear to be official documents, official correspondence. And there are a few trade goods in these supply boxes in addition to the standard stuff. There are some silks and things that would be considered trade items. There's about 300 gold approximately worth of those type of items, high quality fabrics and glass and things that would have some trade value.
Okay, let's just
Whether or not
all
you
agree
trade.
that if we return these letters, we tell them that the gold was we don't even, unless if they ask about the gold, we tell them that there wasn't any there. But we don't mention it unless they ask. Agreed?
I don't think they'll care. Yeah.
But if they ask,
Yeah.
we found no gold.
We're privateers. We're allowed to loot our
Yeah.
enemies and shit.
It's in our letter of marque.
Yeah,
Probably.
it's part of the thing. It's what we do.
All right, so you guys got some funds. We got our setup for next session's Halloween spectacular.
Mm-hmm.